Happy Wednesday, everybody, and happy New Year's Eve.
Yeah.
And also, welcome to the dumbest show in Baltimore sports.
Yes.
Made a little bit smarter with Pigtown joining us today. We've been trying to do this a whole lot more since like the beginning of 2025. And then just like shit got out from underneath of us in terms of like the year going by. And, you know, Zach's got a W-2 job. So he works normal hours instead of so he can't be on at 11 o'clock during the day. And we all got me and Zach have kids. So
yeah, I mean, stop having kids and dogs and responsibilities and shit like that, dude. Bullshit.
Shout out Skipjacks.
Skipjacks.
Oh yeah. But yeah, appreciate you coming on, Zach. Zach's got an early day today with the holiday. So we finally were able to make it work.
What do we celebrate today?
We're celebrating 2027.
Oh, okay. 2027.
Yeah. The year the Orioles win the World Series?
Yeah, we're just going to skip it.
I don't know.
Hopefully
2026. That would be better.
I like that
better for me. I would like that more. There's a lot of stuff we got to talk about. We have not had a podcast since last Tuesday, I believe. So we haven't talked about. We didn't do picks for the games last week. Sorry about that, guys. We couldn't get together again for the second time last week because it was Christmas. We tried. We weren't able to schedule it out, so we just skipped that week. We've skipped a couple of weeks on our picks this year, but that's okay. It's an even playing field. We're all still picking the same amount of games. We have a Ravens Browns parlay. If you guys put that in last weekend, you're probably loving life. My buddy said he was going to put it in. I told him he was an idiot, and he had the last laugh there, I guess.
Well, what was the parlay?
Just Ravens Browns money line. That's all it was.
Okay.
I think it was like 2-1 odds because the Browns were the Browns were more than 2-1 odds by themselves, or three, or maybe it was 3 or 4-1. I can't remember what it was, but a lot of stuff's happened. We signed Zach Eflin back. I know Pigtown's here, so we got our resident baseball guy. We're all baseball guys here, though. 1-year deal with a mutual option for a second year. I love the depth as long as that is not the only move, but we can get into whatever. What do you guys want to talk about the Ravens first? You want to talk about the Orioles first? What do you guys want to get into first?
Let's do the Birds. Let's do the Birds. The Ravens are going to take them a majority of the time, and if everyone's okay with that, I want to ask Zach, what are the terms? Are we okay with the Orioles?
Yeah, let's do it.
What's the terms of the second year? Is it another $10 million?
25, I believe, up to 25.
Okay, so
there's like an incentives based. So if I was trying to read it.
It's a lot of escalators. I think it's a lot of performance based stuff.
Okay.
For the second.
Yeah,
year.
So it's like anytime you like X amount of starts or innings, I forget exactly what it is. It's like 2.5 million, and then this year I think it's like up to 5 million total escalators. But then next year it would be like a $25 million. But then there's like a $7 million buyout. So if they don't want him back next year, they buy him out for like 5 or 7 million. Like, it's a pretty confusing contract, to be honest with you.
Okay.
Yeah. What do we think about it? He's coming out and saying that he's feeling the best he's felt in any offseason previously after his little back surgery, or I don't know if it was a little back surgery or a big back surgery. I assume it was a smaller one because he's on track to start throwing in the middle or beginning of January. What do we expect out of him this year? Is he going to be healthy to start the season, or do we think this is just kind of depth for later in the year? I don't really know what to make of this. I know I like having the depth, but I don't really understand the injury side of things as of right now.
Basically, from what I was reading, they fixed like a herniated disc bulging against the spinal cord basically, and he said he's pitched through it for almost 10 years. And this past year, he just couldn't do it anymore. So, I mean, you kind of look back, like what he's done over the last 3-4 years. Like, if you're pitching with, sometimes where your legs are going numb and you're still doing and being that effective, like I'm pretty excited to what he could do when he's healthy. But I mean, it's a big but too. Like he could come out and stink. I don't think he will. I mean, he's a guy that's beaten quality teams in his career and even with us. So I mean, you get him healthy. It's a guy that's supposed to be your ace last year, by proxy. And now he's at your number 4, maybe number 5. Like, if he throws to a 3-5, like that puts the Orioles in a really good position.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's everything I've read on it too. And I mean, I think I saw somewhere where he starts bullpens next week or something like that.
Yeah, I think it's
6th.
January 6th.
Yeah.
I'm just
So,
reading now.
so yeah, I mean, he's probably not going to be ready for opening day, nor is it a rush thing either. I think you saw everybody on Twitter saying like, I love this move. If this isn't the last move, if this is a depth move, it's great. And then you get Big Town and I have been battling Blue Jays fans for the past week. So then you get those guys talking out of their ass. But yeah, I mean, it's a why would you be mad at this? It's $10 million. If you want him back, it could get up to 25, right? From what Big Town said. Or if you don't want him back, you spend the $7 million and you part ways. But it just kind of seems like a no-brainer, right? It's people will be pissed about this move if this is like the last move that's made, obviously. And I don't think anybody anticipates this being the last move. But yeah, I mean, would I be pissed if this is the last move? Yeah, but I'm not mad about this move. Why? Again, like the Dodgers last year had 18 or 19 different starting pitchers. So let him take his time and come back. And at some point this year, you're going to need him. I mean, whether that be he goes on the 15 or 10-day DL or whatever.
Yep.
At the beginning of the season and starts a little later, or if he goes on the first couple months, right? Regardless, we're gonna want him in the rotation and ready to go at some point. Somebody's gonna get hurt inevitably. I hate to say that, but
yeah, I mean, I think the Dodgers gave us the blueprint last year for a team that can win the World Series with a team that's not fully healthy throughout the year. I think really moving forward in baseball, you're probably just going to need more like 7 or 8 starters to get you through a season. And I think it's kind of been like that for a long time. It's just maybe we didn't value it as heavily. You see that 5-man rotation. It looks pretty when you put it up on the depth chart and you're like, all right, we're good. What happens when Dylan Cease is out because he's got an arm injury and then somebody else is out. And then all of a sudden your 5 guys now is 3 guys and then 2 guys from AAA that, don't have much experience. So I love it.
But the Dodgers are a little different. I know they gave us the blueprint, but they're in a little different.
I understand that they basically have 5 dudes in their rotation that would be an ace on 90% of the teams.
Yeah.
But I mean, look, but they
I hear
still
what you're saying though.
Yeah, they still have the depth pieces that can get them through. They signed Tanner Scott last year. It didn't work out. They still have Blake Trinan. They still have other options in the back of the bullpen. They signed rookie Sasaki to be a starter. He's hurt most of the year. They transform him into the bullpen because that's what they need for the playoffs. I mean, they have an embarrassment of riches. So it's hard you can't really compare the two situations. But I do think moving forward, it's going to be more common that you're going to see more teams go with this like 7, 8 kind of deep rotations, and then maybe keep a couple guys in long relief that you could put a spot start together here and there if you need to, like Suarez did for us a couple years ago. And people have done that for a long time, but TJ McFarland comes to mind. Remember that guy?
Ooh, there's another.
He is still pitching, isn't he?
Yeah.
There's
He's
another
actually doing
lefty
pretty
out
good
there.
for a couple years. I think last year he had like a 6-something ERA though.
If you would have told me that guy was out of the league in 2016, I would have believed you.
I'd believe you right now. I think I'm actually believing you right now. I think he is out of the league. I can't.
No, he's still
He's still going. Miguel
Why am I
Castro's still going.
Why am I blanking on the other lefty after McFarland? Oh man, that's gonna drive me nuts.
Long relief?
No, starter lefty, like through 90 miles an hour, like not blowing you away. Same
Cole
thing as
Irvin?
McFarland. Who?
Cole Irvin?
No, before him. Had clean
After Wei
shaven
and Chen or before Wei and Chen?
after Wei and Chen. It's gonna bug me. Anyway, go on.
Wade Miley?
I'll look it up now.
That was only 1 year, but
Yeah. Jeremy Hellickson wasn't left-handed. Remember that guy?
No.
Ugh. That was a dark. That was a dark. So that was when our big move at the deadline that year was Tim Beckham, and he was really good for like a week and a half, and then he was not very good
a week and a
anymore.
half.
Yeah.
Not Bruce Zimmerman. See, be more
Oh,
Joker in
Bruce
there.
Zimmerman. That's a
Lloyd.
name.
Yeah, we don't like them kind of. Actually, I mean, I'll root for any MIAA guy that gets up. So
Yeah, he played against me in high school, I think. Yeah. Any other Orioles stuff that we definitely haven't talked about?
Richard Blyer.
Since the last podcast.
Oh, yeah.
Man.
Blyer.
He just
Wow, that's a
retired like
name.
last year, I think.
I know that's who I was thinking of.
Yeah. That's a
God,
good one. That's
those
a decent
Orioles
pass
teams
there.
were something.
He sounds like a butler.
I mean, I could see him. I could see that happening. He's got a nice pronounced jawline.
No passing tweets since the Tyler Soderstrom extension on Christmas Day, which we haven't talked about, but good for Tyler Soderstrom and good for the A's for handing out their biggest contract extension, or no, sorry, the largest guarantee in franchise history. Maybe not the biggest contract extension, but I know the biggest free agent deal they ever gave out was
Last
Luis
year.
Severino a couple years ago,
Yep.
right?
Last year.
Yeah,
2 years ago.
2 years ago, last year, whenever it was.
Last year, I think.
I'd never really checked back in on that. Is Severino good or is he hurt or what's
He was
what's
really,
he do?
really good away from that little sandbox in Sacramento.
Oh, okay. All right. So he's going to be one of those guys that his numbers get skewed because they're playing in a minor league park.
Yeah,
Can I
2025.
Go ahead, bro.
can I piss Brooks off to end the year? Actually, this might make him happy.
Why you got to do this?
Can we talk about Anthony Rendon redoing his contract? This is Brooks' boy right here.
That's Dusty's boy. But yeah, I mean, I think it's great for the Angels. Finally get him the fuck out.
Getting the fuck away from that
It's great for
team.
him too.
Great
So
for
he's
him.
got all
Yeah,
year
he
to
just
get
got
it.
a
He
bunch
gets
of
paid up
money.
front.
Well,
Here's $38 million, man. See ya. Don't show up
Yeah.
anymore. You don't have to
Yeah.
wait 162 days to get it all.
yeah. I don't really know what the Angels are going to do moving forward. I think Mike Trout is sort of on the decline. He has been for a couple of years. He's been in and out of injuries. Hopefully, he can get back to some semblance of healthy and have a Mike Trout-esque season at some point. But I don't know. I don't really know what I would be expecting. What I'm more interested in is what they're going to do with Neto and some of the other young guys there. Because they traded Taylor Ward, I assume they don't want to compete this year. I don't think they were going to be able to anyway, but we don't have to spend a lot of time on them anyway.
I like part of the stipulation of the contract being drawn out is that he gets to continue to rehab at his own house. He's just going to sit there and eat garden salsa fucking sun chips.
There's a chance that Anthony Rendon never leaves his house again. Apparently, he has no interests other than his family. So,
Hey, fair to each their own. Whatever.
look, hey, man, you live your life the way you want to. 2019, that guy was top 5 hitter in baseball. And in 2022, he fell off the freaking planet Earth. I don't really get it.
Yeah, I also want to get into with Big Town a little bit here is Shane Boz and get his thoughts on that since he's here.
Yeah.
I like Boz a lot. I mean, we only had 87 pitches thrown last year from starters over 96. Like
that's so
terrible.
bad.
And I think most of them are from Kyle Bradish. I want to say like 49 of them from Kyle Bradish.
That's crazy. He didn't even come until like what? Like I was going to say August. Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't even half the year. I mean, and then Charlie Morton had the other good bit of it. I mean, Boz had 900 himself, which is great. I mean, it adds a little bit of velo. He's got some things to work on. Obviously, the home and away splits speak for themselves. Look, it's hard to pitch in Florida. I knew Rasmussen or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Drew Rasmussen. Yeah.
So he pitched well there. But I mean, not everybody can. You're talking about a single tiered stadium, right? There's nothing blocking the Florida wind. It's already hot as hell. Like, I think right center field was like 340, 345 maybe. The lines are 314, 318. Like it's stupid. And then when it gets hot like that, ball flies.
High school field.
Yeah, he got obliterated in that little field, and I think he'll do better here. He's still got some things to work on. He still has some walk issues, but you know, when you bring in that kind of heat, like you've got things to play with. You can make mistakes, so I'm excited about him. If he pitches, like I said, to a 3.5, 3.7, like it helps the Orioles.
That's a win. Yeah, I would say anything under the 4 ERA is a win. I would basically add anybody outside of the top of the rotation guys, which at this point look like Bradish and whoever we sign in free agency if we go that route or if we trade.
When is Imay's when is his due date?
Or I guess technically the 2nd, but it should be done technically by tomorrow.
Okay.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah. All right. So I mean, once that shoe drops, I mean that's got to be it because I'm sure he's asking for 5 to 7 years right now. Ranger is, and I'm sure everybody's trying to get that down. So we'll see what that contract ends up being.
I'm interested in how those pitching.
You pitch for a while, Brooks, and I kind of want to get your thoughts on it. Like, does ERA, like how it's calculated, ever get changed? Because like when it started back in the day, right? Guys went 6, 7, 8 innings all the time. Well, now you're lucky to get a starter to go 5. Right? If you give up 3 runs in 6 innings, that's not terrible. It's still a 4.5 ERA, but it puts you in a position to win. It's a quality start. You give up 3 and 5 innings, you're looking at a 5.4 ERA. And these things can get insanely inflated nowadays because how pitchers come out so early. Like, do you think they ever change that?
Yeah, I don't know how they do. I mean, if you do change that, you're going to have to move the goalposts in terms of like what constitutes like for you to get a quality start or for you to get a win or whatever else like as a starter. It's gonna move all the goalposts. But I mean, if things keep trending in this direction, I mean, it's not going to be the first thing that they change because everybody can. I mean, you can extrapolate the numbers. You can look at it and be like, okay, I see what's going on here. But at some point, it's not going to be their first priority to do that. Nobody gives a shit.
Yeah.
But except for the players trying to get a contract. But
I think it'll probably be more of people kind of read stats differently in terms of like maybe don't take his ERA into account quite as much. I know. I think we all know they don't take MLB owners, managers, whoever, front offices don't account batting average as much as we used to. Certainly. Even 10, 15 years ago. And I think it'll be a little bit of that. I don't think they'll necessarily change how ERA is calculated. I think maybe it's just like, hey, what's his FIP, which is fielding independent pitching? What's his ERA plus, which is how he compares to the rest of the league? I know people get frustrated by these newer numbers, but I think you'll just kind of see more people talk about those numbers as opposed to ERA as like the thing that you talk about when you talk about signing a pitcher. And I don't know if that's the right way to handle it, but I feel like we're moving that way.
I think it's something that you're going to look at those numbers and then you're going to look closer, right? I mean, you can't. FIP is something that I don't really love just because it can paint the wrong picture at times. And the same thing with ERA, right? I mean, if you're a starting pitcher, right? If I'm a starting pitcher and I go out there, my team gets me 6 runs in the first 2 innings, I'm probably going to start pounding the zone and get hit around a little bit more because I know I got a little bit more leeway, right? No matter how good my stuff is that day, I'm not going to pick at the corners and go for strikeouts, right? I might try to let them put the ball in play a little bit more and get through that game a little faster. I mean, you kind of got to start looking a little closer at things. That's why, like, when Boz came on, like, I want to go look at like his worst game in terms of runs given up, how many innings he went. I want to look at his best game and somewhere in between, right? Like, you want to see the numbers don't always paint the whole picture at times. And it's always been that way, but I think we're just starting to realize it a little bit more now. Since what Pigtown said, the ERA doesn't always speak. It doesn't always show exactly how good the pitcher is. And same thing with FIP, man. Like, you could give up, I mean, if you're giving up solo bombs and you're winning games 2-3 or 3-4, and you gave up 3 bombs, your FIP's going to be high. I mean,
I would like to say I paid attention to what Brooks said, but I cannot stop staring at Pigtown's dog in the corner.
My son's sitting under there, and he's sticking his fingers underneath the door, and he's messing with him. So he's like sitting there waiting to pounce.
Oh man,
he's a hoot. Dude, back to your point, Brooks. His worst game was against the Yankees. Looks like August 19th. Gave up 5 home runs.
Yeah, 5. But I mean, did you go back and watch that game, Pigtown?
Yeah, they were all like fence scrapers.
Well, except for Judge. Judge got his pretty good.
Judge hit one about 900 feet.
And it was a cement mixer down the middle. I mean, he got all of it. Other ones were maybe one other one. I think Bellinger's might have been a good one. But other ones were like pop-ups that didn't get out by much I mean, it's not like they were crushing balls. Like, a lot of those balls would have stayed in a lot of parks.
I don't even know what field they played at, but I know both of them are Little League.
Steinbrenner.
So which one? Yeah.
Yeah, I mean.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
But regardless, it wouldn't have been a good start anyway, but he wouldn't have given up 8 runs.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. Yeah,
when did they move to Vegas?
What?
When did the A's move to Vegas, by the way?
Oh.
Whenever their stadium's done. I think they're quote unquote the Sacramento Athletics for this year and next year, and then after that they go to Vegas.
Yeah, I know we're talking about 2 different things, but you just got me thinking about Little League fields and how these guys are playing.
Well, the A's are back at the Trop this year, which upgrade maybe
the Rays. You mean?
Yeah, the Rays are back at the Trop this year, right? And I don't really know if it's an upgrade over Steinbrenner, but we'll see.
Keeps the wind off you. I mean, the fences are, yeah. Fences are halfway normal. You can hit a pop up and hit the top.
Speaking of the Rays, what do we think about Pete Fairbanks getting a 1-year deal with Miami? Is this just, hey, we want to stay in Florida for another year, improve it, and get a bigger contract because maybe there wasn't as much out there for him as he expected? Or is there something different about this? I assume he's signing this contract with the intent of being traded at the deadline. I don't think Miami is the end goal for him, or maybe he's just trying to get a contract for next year. What do we think about this Pete Fairbanks signing? And also, I want to talk about the Ryan O'Hearn to Pittsburgh signing as well.
I think he had plenty of offers apparently, but he wanted to close, and nobody was giving him an offer to close because pretty much everybody already has their closer, except for Miami.
Baltimore wanted him, but like again, like what Pigtown said, we already have our set guy.
Yeah.
So
I mean, if he
would he get 13 mil?
I bet you. Yeah, he probably would have got a 2-year deal if he wanted to be a setup man for maybe 20 or 24 or something like that. So
yeah, I guess take the 1 year, 13, prove it, and try to get a bigger contract next year. Try again.
I don't disagree with him, man. I mean, that's where the money's at.
And also assume that if you're having a good year and Miami's not in contention, that you could be on the move to a contender at some point this season anyway.
And inevitably, someone's going to lose their closer to injury.
Exactly. Hopefully, it's not us again, but we'll see.
Like World Series contenders too like to acquire closers to make them a setup man too. So then you get a shot at a ring too mid-season.
Yeah, you prove that you can be a closer with Miami, and then if you have to go to like a 7th, 8th inning role on a different team and you flourish there, then they're all of a sudden, hey,
I mean,
some team.
See Halsey, they did that. They did that with Halsey last year. He just didn't pitch very well. He didn't like that role for whatever reason, but.
I think it was training or whatever how you say his name when he went from the A's to the Dodgers. Like
Blake Trinan.
Yeah, he lost his closer role, but he was a setup guy and he was damn good at it.
Yeah, I mean, I think some guys are equipped to handle it and some guys aren't. Right. I mean, just like closer roles in general. I mean, I think some guys are just built for that and some guys aren't. Ryan O'Hearn to the Pittsburgh Pirates, 2-year, $29 million deal. That's a lot. My first reaction to that was that's a lot of change for Ryan O'Hearn, and I'm happy for him. Seemed to be like one of the best clubhouse dudes with the Orioles. People loved him, and I can't say enough about how much he improved from his Royals stint to his Orioles stint. I know his Padres stint wasn't quite as good, but it's a smaller sample. I'm good for him. I think this is a perfect deal all the way around. It's not a big risk for the Pirates, which is classic Pirates move. But Ryan O'Hearn gets that's security for the rest of your life. $29 million contract. So I'm not upset about this at all. I'm happy for Ryan O'Hearn. Clearly, he didn't fit the Orioles moving forward, or otherwise I'd be more sad about it. But we got Big Meat Pete, so we're gonna be all right. Big fan of O'Hearn. So if any of you guys have anything else on him, I mean, I don't really.
It just helps the Pirates. I mean, they struggle to score runs. They tried to acquire a first baseman last year, it didn't work out. Like they needed something. I was hoping that Mayo would go there for one of their 17 starting pitchers that are very good. But it is what it is. I mean, it's a good spot for O'Hearn. Like I said, I think they scored 6 or more runs only 22 times last year. That's
horrible.
Yeah, I mean, he fits a need. He fits a need for the Pirates. I really thought he was going to end up going to Seattle. We've talked about it ad nauseum about how Seattle needed some offense.
Yeah.
Well, they have Naylor. They're not going to sign first baseman.
Their biggest need is trying to hit that $100 million line. That's where they like to flirt. They like to flirt right there. So they had to get there somehow.
What do we call that line? The Kyle Seager line? Also Brandon Lau to the Pirates too, so they got a little bit of lefty pop on the right side of their infield now. Good for them.
They need
is McCutchen back there?
Griffin might be up and play this year.
Is McCutchen back there?
He's a free agent right now, I believe.
Is he?
Yeah, he's like 38 though.
He's one of those guys that's played for more teams than you would have thought.
Yeah.
For spending however long he did with the Pirates, probably at least 12 years.
Yeah, he's a free agent right now. I mean, what did he hit last year? 239 and 13 home runs. He only struck out 67 times. Or no, that's
he's a Pirates legend. Like a platoon guy.
Pirates legend.
He has 700 OPS. I mean, it's not amazing, but I mean, for 38 years old, I mean, at 39 he should probably retire, but at 38, that's a fairly decent season.
Hall of Famer? Hall of Fame game? Hall of Fame game
no.
here.
Pirates Hall of Famer, not a Hall of Famer.
Yeah, I mean, he's
Oh,
got a
very good.
49 career WAR. He's got an 822 OPS career, 271 career batting average with 332 home runs. I mean, he'd be right
Damn.
there. He's had a really good career. I mean,
He's had a
and
really
right
good
there.
career, but like
Did he have an MVP?
he does have an MVP.
Oh, he does?
I feel like he does. He won in 2013.
Oh.
And then he placed in third and fifth. Those 2 years after that. Well, actually, he went third, first, third, fifth. So yeah, he had a couple really good seasons there. A couple Silver Sluggers, All Stars.
I don't know.
1, 2, 3, 4.
In
5,
my
6
opinion,
All-Stars.
Jim Edmonds is a little bit better than Andrew McCutchen. Jim Edmonds not in the Hall of Fame. Andrew McCutchen should be in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
Okay. All right,
That's
well,
that's
I'm
how
not
my head goes. But wherever.
Depends on who he's going against, I guess.
Yeah.
Any other baseball stuff? I don't think there's not much else to talk about baseball.
Going back to your batting average comment, I think that's bullshit.
What's that?
Me?
Yeah,
What?
I mean, you right or wrong. I don't know if you're right or wrong or not, but like with like saying that teams probably don't pay as much attention to batting average anymore if it's not as important.
Clearly don't look at
They don't.
Well, I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm not saying
Yeah.
you're wrong. I just think it's bullshit.
Yeah, well,
Is what I'm
there you go.
saying.
There's just
you
too
can,
much
all
to
right,
play nowadays. Like
old man, you're too old man, Brooks.
when they tell you for years, right? All they wanted was move the runner over, a guy on first base, less than 2 outs. Let's move him over, right? So you're giving yourself up. So I think that's when batting average started to kind of decline a little bit. But then like you started to see guys like Luis Arraez, high batting average, but like doesn't drive the ball, right? So now you're looking at like, do I want a guy who just hits singles and he's really not all that fast, or do I want a guy that hits a double that can maybe turn it into a triple on a bobble or something like that, and then he scores on the next ground ball? Like, I think they still pay attention to batting average, obviously, because you're putting the bat on the ball, but I think there's a lot more in play to it as well.
Yeah, I mean, it's also, I mean,
Contact rate would probably be better.
The contact rate is pretty good.
I guess that too, but like RBIs, like that's the name of the game is scoring runs. I want to see RBIs. I want to see you get hits.
Scoring runs.
Yeah, I want to see that. Like I know walks are a big thing, but I mean, if you're hitting the ball, especially with runners on, I mean, Christ, give me that guy all day of the week.
Yeah, I don't care if you hit.
You could
220
figure a spot
by
out in the
yourself.
lineup for him.
Yeah, if you hit 220 by yourself, but you're hitting like 290 with runners in scoring position and have like 75 RBIs, I won't complain ever. I don't care.
I mean,
what
we're
you do
getting that with
RBI.
Taylor Ward in a sense,
Right. Pete Alonso probably too. Yeah,
Yeah.
he hits when it matters. He locks in, but when nobody's on base, he probably swings for the fence.
Are we going to lead the league in strikeouts this year?
I
don't think so.
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
I hope you're
If
right.
we had last year's coaching staff, maybe
Well,
it might have been a definite to maybe put the mortgage on.
among qualified hitters, which is however many plate appearances, I don't really know what the exact number is. Only 7 guys hit over 500 this year. Guess how many guys hit over 300 this year? Guess how many guys hit over 300 in the year 2000?
72.
Yeah, I'd say closer to 100.
I was going to say 54.
Total is 53. Brian,
Ooh,
Price is
oh,
Right
oh.
rules almost.
Ah,
The top two batting averages that year were Nomar Garciaparra and Darren Erstad.
You couldn't get
There's
those
a
guys
name.
out, man.
Darren
You couldn't get
Erstad
'em
was
out.
so good in 2000. Holy shit!
Those are some of the ugliest
the
Angels
A's-
uniforms.
the
Those
A's were
Angels
good.
uniforms.
Yeah,
The
man.
Angels, you mean? He had
I
240
mean, the Angels. Sorry, yeah.
hits.
My bad.
He had 240 hits. That's insane.
He was good, dude. He was
He's a
good.
Gold Glover too in center field. Wow.
Darren Erstad. Didn't know we were talking about him today.
Erstad reference.
Jamestown, North Dakota.
Yep. Wife's
Good
actually
for him.
going to get the kids, so I got a couple more minutes.
All right,
Nice.
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 All
Sweet.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
All right, let's move on.
Yeah, let's
Let's move
transition into Ravens. What were your thoughts on Brown Steelers, Pigtown, real quick, and then what are your quick thoughts on the game coming up this weekend? Take it wherever you want to about the Ravens, basically.
I kind of laughed when people were like, "Oh, there's zero chance that Cleveland wins this game," and I'm like, "Dude, they were
Still the NFL.
Steelers were 1-4-1 in their last like 6 meetings in Cleveland. Like it's the AFC North, and absolutely anything can happen. Absolutely anything.
I always love when they say no chance. Well, let me tell you something. They're on the fucking field with them.
Right.
So there's at least a chance.
Yeah.
Cleveland's defense was good enough to always give it a chance. It was just, can you score one time? And that's all it took. Just
I gotta say,
just
we
score one
give
time.
what's his name a ton of shit too. The head coach for Cleveland, I'm blanking on his name right now.
Stefanski.
We give him a ton of shit, but like the Browns in a nothing game were fucking playing hard.
They were.
I gotta give him that. He had him playing hard.
Very hard. I've
You got
always
guys
liked
playing for
Stefanski.
jobs.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but I mean, you've seen so many teams just like give it up at the end of the year. But he still had him playing hard, like in a game that didn't really matter. But I mean, I guess it kind of does matter because you kind of maybe they want to see the Steelers get bumped, but do they really want to see the Ravens get in?
And Dusty, I'm gonna before you get going on where you're going here. If Stefanski gets fired, and he rightfully so may get fired, his record's not good. He's been hamstrung by that damn Deshaun Watson contract since he got there.
If he gets fired, he's going to Pittsburgh.
He's a 2-time coach of the year in 5 years or 6 years with the Browns. I mean, it's hard to think of a more Brownsy thing in the world than a guy you finally get a coach that wins coach of the year a couple times. They just fire him. I know the award doesn't mean anything really, but it's not his fault. It's clearly not his fault.
I mean,
he does
see
do
Baker
some
Mayfield.
stupid ass shit at the end of the games. The Baker Mayfield decision was horrible. The Deshaun Watson decision was even more horrible.
Yeah.
Trading Joe Flacco this year was horrible. I don't know. They made a lot of questionable decisions. The point I was going to make is I know it went in the Ravens' favor and the Browns won that game, but that game sucked. Oh my God, those offenses were so putrid to watch. Oh my God.
Was it just me? I mean, I know more people talked about it, but Aaron Rodgers was so ready to get rid of the ball the second that Myles Garrett crossed the line of scrimmage every time. Like,
did you?
That's
Myles Garrett
looked
said.
like they were worried about them.
Myles Garrett said that the offensive linemen were more worried about him getting a sack than winning the game. They weren't even worried about the protections. They just wanted to make sure Garrett didn't get the sack.
If someone tells me that Aaron Rodgers, because he doesn't want to become Brett Favre again, because Brett Favre gave up the sack record to Michael Strahan.
Who cares?
There's always that in the back, and he does. Apparently, he's more.
Why?
I don't like it.
Right.
That's Brooks.
They're always going to be
when
compared
people forget about you someday, but then they remember Myles Garrett. Now they're going to be like, "Oh, well, his last sack was against Aaron Rodgers." Now they remember you again.
I don't think they're going to forget about Aaron Rodgers, though.
Probably not. But I was.
No.
but I hear what you're saying.
But yeah, I mean, maybe in his crazy mind, I don't really. I can't pretend to be in the mind of a 5-time MVP winner.
No, but I mean, I can agree with him. Like, hey, I'm not going to be the Brett Favre, and I want to. There's a line, right? Like, I don't want to just give this up, but can't make the whole game about it either. And I think he probably, I don't know if it was him or if it was the offensive line or whoever. Did they get in their own heads? Maybe because I mean, just was it last week or 2 weeks ago? Aaron Rodgers had one of the best games of his career. I mean, not his career, of the year, I should say. Not of his career.
It's because
of the year.
And I think he had his best game since he left the Packers, quite frankly, in that game. I don't know. The whole year I've just been thinking about.
Or is it all DK?
How hilarious it would have been if he would have just ended up in Minnesota and just had the exact same career path. But and it was a real possibility this offseason, which is crazy.
The nice thing is Darnell. I mean, I shouldn't say the nice thing. I'd rather get Pittsburgh on their best foot in. Okay.
Can't read that.
Poo time.
Oh. A chat you could have used, Brian.
But yeah, I mean Darnell Washington, he broke his forearm, broke his arm, so he's out now. I mean they do still have Freiermuth and Jonnu Smith, right? Is he there?
Yeah,
still. Yeah.
He's been used as a running back very.
I know. I saw that.
It's been
Calvin
strange.
I don't know what Calvin Austin's extent of his injury is. I don't know if he'll play next week, but
he's been
their number one receiver right now is Scotty Miller. I mean, that's rough.
That's a problem.
That's rough.
That's
I mean,
a problem.
We should all, as Ravens fans that would like to see the Ravens succeed, send DK. Was it Declan? How do you say his name? DeCalen. Send him a thank you package to his doorstep for getting himself suspended for 2 games.
Swiping at that ban, and also TJ Watt's doctors. We'll see. He apparently might play in this game anyway. It seems like Tomlin's been saying he's optimistic about it. I don't know. There's a lot of moving pieces with that, but I would assume he's going to be on the field in some capacity if it's not just pass rush downs or whatever. Also, Lamar practiced today, or he's expected to practice today.
Is it?
That's good news.
Yeah.
That's good news. I still don't know if that means he's going to play.
He'll play if he
I
plays.
think you need a full Wednesday, Thursday, Friday practice.
Yeah.
I will
Like
say this
full
though,
participant.
especially in Ocean City where I'm from, I've bartended the last 3 days, and I've had a lot of conversations about this Ravens Steelers game with a lot of Ravens fans and a lot of other people. And I would say
Great.
the over. I know, and I want to say I preface this by saying I don't necessarily agree with Ravens fans very often. The overwhelming sentiment among the people that I've talked to in Ravens fandom want Tyler Huntley to play this game and not Lamar. What do you guys think about that? And are you experiencing the same thing in Baltimore, Pigtown? And are you experiencing any of these conversations in Indianapolis, Brooks? I just wanted to get your take on it, because I promise you, I would say at least 75% of the people that I talk to want Huntley to play.
One guy can run an elementary offense, which 3, 4, 5 yard routes, slants, quick outs, hand the ball off to Derrick Henry, and one guy can run an NFL offense is where he should have won 3 MVPs in. So that question is just completely mute. Like, you don't play Tyler Huntley over Lamar Jackson. You don't.
Here's the only argument is that
28 quarterbacks in the NFL over Lamar Jackson.
Yeah, I agree with you. The only argument against it is if Lamar's hurt, is a hurt Lamar better than a healthy Huntley?
1,000%. 1,000%.
And number two, I'm just playing devil's advocate, guys.
I know.
I'm just playing devil's advocate. If you put Lamar in there, you're right. It does open up a lot more possibilities to the offense. The offense can open or can do a lot more things. We can run downfield more. We can whatever. Is that a problem? Because apparently when Todd Monken is given all those tools, he gets overloaded and he doesn't know what the fuck to do. But when Tyler Huntley plays, he's just like handball to Derrick Henry 45 fucking times. And it works. So I'm just like,
I think
if Lamar
problem,
could sit more week and Monken could just get over himself and just call 40 straight Derrick Henry run plays, I think we win this game, right?
I think Monken's biggest problem is he did it with Baker too. He tries to make his guy better than the quarterback that they play against. So he calls plays that you probably shouldn't do sometimes. And we saw it in the playoffs. Like, sometimes you just got to run the damn ball, and he just doesn't do it.
Even when you're behind.
Right. If you're down 10 with 12 minutes to go, you can still effectively run the ball because it opens up play action.
Yeah.
Like
the Rams were completely dead on Monday Night Football.
Turns out a 6 or 7 yard gain and an incomplete pass are two different things.
It's 24-3, and then all of a sudden Stafford throws a touchdown, and then they block a field goal, and then it's 24-17, and it took 3 minutes. All they had to do was stick to their game plan, and then Stafford ended up blowing the game, and we'll talk about that too after Pigtown leaves. But I mean, yeah, the quickness to get rid of to abandon the run offense has been the biggest problem over the Monken era and really the last 4 or 5 years of the Lamar era.
And you know what? It's so funny that we're in this spot now, because this was like the exact opposite that we all complained about with what's his name with the chart, Greg Roman.
Yeah, Greg Roman. Yeah,
because we were like, oh, he's too predictable. He runs the ball so much. Like, I mean, but also like the run schemes are different. I get it, but
I mean, at times,
but it's kind of
predictable. Like when Ali's on the field, it's not a run. You're giving it away sometimes. When you take Henry off the field, like, they know 9 times out of 10 it's not going to be a run. And then you're letting these linebackers pin their ears back. Like, sometimes it's okay to leave Derrick on the field to try and pass block. He's not that bad.
And he has a couple times, and I see them trying to get better. Like, they do mix that in more than they did at the beginning of the season, because it was bad at the beginning of the season, or first half of the season, I guess I should say. They have like tried to mix it up, but it's still not where it should be. To your point, because I mean, you can still, instead of 100%, and what's it now, 75%. I like the 75% odds. Pin my ears back, and we'll see. But yeah, it's I'm with you guys here. If Lamar's healthy, he needs to play. But it's also, I don't know if you guys have seen the tweets, and I haven't paid that much attention to John Harbaugh on the sidelines, but this was the first week that he had a play card in his hand on the sidelines.
Do you think it was actually to call plays, or was it to hide the stupid faces that we keep making fun of him for?
That, or I hope he got roasted so much to the point where like he's looking at the play call, hears it, and he's like,
Nope.
nope,
Yeah. Yeah.
nope.
Not
Or
fucking doing that.
or he's looking at the personnel packages and he's like, nope. Derek,
Yeah.
I hope so.
I-
Why aren't
he
there
had
three
to
tight
hear
ends?
everything.
Why aren't there 3 tight ends and Patrick Ricard on the field right now? I do not
Right.
understand it. Like,
Nope.
what I've been screaming at my TV for 5 weeks.
So hopefully it took long enough, right? I mean, I think Shannon Sharp said that. Not that I agree with Shannon Sharp all the time, but hopefully he is hearing all the criticism, or somebody said something to him and he's like, or he just realizes like, this is dumb. We just lost a game because we didn't have Derrick Henry on the field and I didn't say something. Give me a fucking play card so I know what's going on at all times.
Give me a play card so I actually know what the play is being called, because I don't remember them.
Yeah. So, or personnel packages or whatever. But
Alright,
yeah,
I
I
gotta
mean,
run,
that
boys.
should. All right. See you, buddy. Thanks for coming
All right,
on.
guys, later.
Thanks for
Yep.
coming on.
Thanks for inviting me.
Thank you, guys. Everyone, go check out Pigtown Sports on Twitter, Instagram, wherever you get your stuff. Zach is a really good dude and a good buddy of ours. So thank you, Zach.
And way
Appreciate
more
you.
knowledgeable than we are.
Yeah, he knows a lot more about he knows more about stuff than we do.
He knows some things about some stuff.
Next, or do you want to keep talking Baltimore and Pittsburgh right now, or do you want to move on?
Oh, I gotta move back in the middle. No,
I mean, we can preview the game tomorrow.
We'll talk
Baltimore-Pittsburgh
about it
game
again.
specifically, but
We'll talk about it again because I got some Pittsburgh guys, fans that I'd like to get them on and get their opinion if we're able to. So we'll talk about that a little bit more, but it doesn't change the fact that Lamar healthy, Lamar plays, right? You don't take him off the field for any reason. I hear Huntley ran the offense to perfection. I get it. And this also gave Lamar 2 more weeks to get his legs healthy. I understand the back. If the back tightens up, they may not know that, and you still might have the potential threat of a deep ball because you're not seeing anything over 15 yards from Tyler Huntley, really, unless something's wide open. So, yeah, I mean, just keep the same game plan just with Lamar, right? Their run defense isn't good. Their defense isn't good in general. Their offense is fucking terrible. Let Derrick Henry carry you as long as he wants to carry you. So,
yeah, I mean, it's hard to argue, especially after Saturday night, which we didn't talk about yet, the Packer game. Yeah, I mean, Derrick Henry, 216 yards, I believe, 4 touchdowns, won me a fantasy championship game, and I know that's a little bit of a sore subject for Brooks here at this point because he lost to our resident tall guy.
Yeah, I could have won 2 out of my 4 leagues, but yeah, Derrick Henry was in my other league that I did win and put up 50 points.
Yeah, 50 burger in fantasy in the championship is pretty tough, especially when it's on Saturday and it's before all of the other games. Like, nobody else had played for his team other than who was it? Somebody got like 11 points. I think it was I can't remember who it was. But anyway, I had 50 burger on from Derrick Henry right away, which was nice. And then I started Sam Darnold, who put up like 6 points, and it didn't matter because Derrick Henry got enough points for both of them. So
yeah, luckily the game that I won 168, which is ridiculous that I put up 168 points to 102. So realistically, if you take him out, I still win because his team had a rough week. And he also had Alec Pierce, who put up 0 points.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Alec Pierce, not the guy to start, I think, when Philip Rivers can't throw the ball more than 15 yards.
Alec Pierce and Darren Waller combined for a half a point.
That's lovely. So that means I'm assuming I'm coming in back end here that Brooksy won the fantasy league.
Not ours. I lost to the tall guy because he had Bijan.
Bijan had a 93-yard touchdown on Monday night that completely.
I was still winning after that, but I mean, it was at the half.
At that point, you were cooked. They needed like 5. He needed 5 more points total out of Stafford and Bijan, and he was never not going to get that.
All right, so good. While we're on this topic,
didn't do shit for me.
We need to come up with PC's punishment. Okay, so
I
thought you already had one.
I love the comment that he had to have us all over his palace in Bully's Quarters or wherever the fuck he was.
Speaking of, does everybody have a beer right now?
Yeah.
I do, but I need a couple more. So let me grab a couple.
Go grab a couple.
There's a guy in a full Michael Myers like jumpsuit walking his dogs outside because it's so cold out.
That's creepy as fuck.
Lock that door, dude.
Yeah, I'd lock that door as well.
What's it called? The like big the thing that covers you when you're what is that?
Coveralls?
Like a boiler suit? Is that what it's called?
Never heard
Coveralls?
that term before.
Coveralls, maybe. I think it's called a boiler suit. I don't know. Anyway.
All right. Also, while we're talking about shitty things, fuck the AFC South. I don't want to do 40 hands. I actually want to do 40 hands bad.
Yeah,
now.
by the way, shit, I
Make
forgot.
the announcement.
We
Make the
really
announcement.
talked about this. Yes.
It's not official yet because we still got this weekend, but
it is not official. So I think the Colts are 8-2 at this point, and the Jags were whatever the Jags were. I think they were 3-5, something like that.
there's 3
Anyway,
games
the
or 4
Jags,
games out.
Yeah, Brooks, our resident Pedro Strope here in the middle, told us that he thought the Jags were going to win the AFC South. We called him an idiot and all kinds of very, very rude names. And we made a bet. I don't remember making
fucking
the bet.
I think fucking moron was dropped.
And the bet was that if the Jaguars win the NFC South, that we have to do over 40 hands on the podcast. It seems
I am
like
the smartest man alive.
all right now are pointing that the Jaguars are probably going to win the AFC South. The Texans, I would assume, are going to beat the Riley Leonard-led Colts this week. And the only other thing that we need to happen to not have to do 40 hands is for the Jaguars to lose to Cam Ward and the Titans. And I don't think it's going to happen.
Dusty, we're
I do not think it's going to happen. The Titans are fighting for that first overall pick. I don't think they have any incentive to win this game. The Jaguars are fighting for the first overall seed in the AFC still somehow. If a lot of things go their way, which is almost certainly not going to happen. But they do have something to play for, including the division title. So, look, it seems like the Jaguars are probably going to win, and it seems like Tuesday next week, Brian and Dusty are probably going to have to be we're probably going to have to get those dick beaters ready. As Brooks is going to
say. Yes, the dick beaters. So I'm going to Steel Reserve is off the table in terms of 40s. We've said that.
I'm going to do everything I can in my power to find hurricanes in the greater Ocean City area.
You like hurricanes? Old English is my go-to.
And if I can't, then an Old English is what's going to happen.
I'm going to try to do one of each. I'm thinking about maybe trying to find a king cobra.
Oh, man. I don't know if I've ever had one of those.
If I find a Colt 45, I'll probably get one of those.
Got to, yeah.
Yeah, you have to. I'll take a look around some of the liquor stores here over the course of the next week and see.
We've already accepted our fate. It's not even a guarantee that we have to do it, but we've already accepted our fate. We're going to almost certainly.
And shout out to our boy Delaware Dave and all the guys at Pig and Rooster because they're going to broadcast it live at Pig and Rooster on television. So,
you know what the worst part is? That we're gonna have
I don't know how to pee.
Well, we're going to have to.
You can't. You're not allowed to.
We're going to have to have a.
It's a part of it.
Have to do it in a couple of hours because a podcast is a couple of hours probably. At the tops, but this one's probably going to be long if I had to guess. And we're going to have to talk about sports after we're 60 ounces deep and we both have to piss ourselves. It's going to.
We'll get the truth. The truth will come out.
The truth serum.
So, all right, let's talk logistics here. Brian, are you doing it from the bar at Pig and Rooster?
I haven't given that any thought yet. No, because it's going to be too loud. It's going to be too loud.
It'll be too hard to set all that shit up.
Yeah, I'll probably either do it at the club or I'll do it from where I'm sitting right now in my house.
Yeah. So, but if you're interested in watching and you want to have some beers with us, go to Pig and Rooster. They're putting in all the TVs there. Obviously, we're on YouTube. It's easy to find.
Yeah, and they're our buddies. So if you want to talk shit about us too, you can talk shit with them about us.
You should
love it.
I think we're on TV right. I think we're on TV right now over there at Pig and Rooster. And I'm pointing because it's literally I can throw this pen and hit it. So I think we're on TV now over there. So Nate, thank you, dude, for throwing us on.
Appreciate it. Shout out to Pig and Rooster. Yeah. What's the burger? Is it today?
Is it yesterday?
Oh, sorry. What was it?
He had a chimichurri burger. It was really tasty with a fried onion on top of it.
Man, when I worked at Abbey Burger in Fells Point, we had a chimichurri special burger one day, and it was so good. I think about that burger all the time. Anyway,
Yeah, shout out Pig and Rooster. We are making that whole bar dumber today, but appreciate you.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
we certainly are.
Appreciate
And
it.
if you guys aren't familiar with Ever 40 hands, by the way, let me tell you the rules. You have to tape two 40s. You have to tape 40s to each of your hands, and you have to drink both of them before you untape them from your hands. And logistically, I think I'm going to have to find a chaperone for this podcast.
I know.
Because I don't think I'm going to be able to do it otherwise.
You can't get them all. So you gotta do it for you. And I can't have Carlos, my dog, do it. So.
And I would say, all right, I'll put this rule in. Since hopefully I'm the winner here. If you guys do have to piss, usually you're not allowed to piss to the end. If you do have to piss, you do have to get a male to pull it out for you. So that would be your punishment.
Is there Pampers? Is there a Pamper stipulation?
More depends than pamper.
Because if it's a girl, I mean, who cares, right? You guys will just go piss. So I want you guys to suffer a little bit here.
All right, let's talk about football again. The 2026.
No, hold on.
Okay.
You got a beer?
I have a beer. I have several beers.
Here, boy.
I also have an Uncrustable.
Happy New Year. Full,
Happy new beer.
Full sun. Happy new beer. Full chug.
Woo. Well, I mean, while we're on these topics, I know we want to get into football and all that stuff.
So if you are watching us for the first time from Big Town's Share, we are the dumbest Baltimore sports show on the internet. If you'd like to tune in from time to time, we are also the drunkest probably as well.
Yeah, Tuesdays and Thursdays, 11 o'clock. Most of the time, we're 15 minutes late. Sometimes we're a day late. We let you know on Instagram, though. The next thing I want to talk about is the 2026 Football Hall of Fame finalists. We talked about this a little bit on the podcast, but we have the last 15 guys in terms of the players that the committee will be voting on. The headliners are Drew Brees and Larry Fitzgerald. And then I would say the returning headliner is Eli Manning. We also have Jason Witten on here. We have Reggie Wayne on here, who I think is long overdue. We have Torrey Holt on here, who I think is long overdue.
Torrey Holt is not in the Hall of Fame.
Nope.
No, he's been on the ballot for like 15 years too.
You guys realize I was looking at
Yeah.
this the other day. He's like number 4 or 5 in all-time receiving.
It's ridiculous.
The Ravens wanted to draft him so bad, but he got taken by the Rams in like number 10 overall pick, I believe.
Or is it Isaac Bruce? Maybe Isaac Bruce is 4 or 5, but he's still not
I think they're
not
both
below
really
15.
up there.
He's still not below 15.
It's ridiculous. The guy, like when I was growing up, that was the best team. They're the greatest show, the Rams' greatest show on turf. Those guys. And I just specifically remember, like for the first 10 years of my life, Torrey Holt, Isaac Bruce, Marshall Faulk, Kurt Warner.
Nate says we got volume on. You guys talk shit about Delaware Dave real fast.
Delaware is a great dude. I can't say anything bad about him.
I don't know if I can say anything bad about the man.
I love that guy.
He is the patriarch to the Huckleberries.
He's the reason I have a lot of my friends.
He's the reason we
met.
met.
I can't thank him enough for that. So I'm not going to say anything bad about Delaware Dave.
Just get some real fucking shoes. Stop wearing Crocs all over the damn place.
The man doesn't wear
Jesus.
pants to weddings either. Fun
No,
fact
he's
about
not.
him.
He has wedding shorts. Who has wedding shorts?
And a bowler tie.
Delaware Dave does.
Also, another fun fact about Delaware Dave: went to high school with our cousin and
That's true.
knows our family very well from slower lower Delaware.
Very, very weird. Very, very
Very small world.
very niche part of the world that he's on.
Yeah, to say the least.
Anyway, Larry Fitz and Drew Brees, I think, no doubt first ballot Hall of Famers, right? Larry Fitz and Drew Brees. I don't think there's no argument to be made against either of those guys.
Do we think that this is a question for the group? Do we think it's bullshit that they only let 5 modern day people in? I mean, get some of these guys in. They're long overdue.
I think, look, baseball, what is it? You can vote for 10. In football, you can only vote for 5. Is that how it works?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. For me, if he's worthy of being a Hall of Famer, why do you only get 10? You know what I mean? It's just like, or why do you in the NFL? Why do you only get 5? Like if you see 11 guys on the ballot that you think should be in the Hall of Fame, and there's only 10 spots, I guess you have to pick the 10 best and cut one guy out. But I don't understand why you can't just pick 11. And I don't really know. Look, I think Eli's going to get in this year. I think Drew Brees and Larry Fitz are 100% going to get in this year.
There
After
are four staples. Vinatieri's got to get in.
I think Jason Witten and Vinatieri are probably the next two.
They need to, and they're all first. Well, no, Vinatieri's second year, but Witten,
See,
Fitz, and Brees are first year on the ballot. They're going to get in. They all have a lot of sustenance to their careers to the point that they need to get in. Eli most likely will get in. There's your five. Then you leave everybody out. And look, no offense to Suggs, no offense to Luke Kuechly, no offense to Marshall Yanda. They're Hall of Famers, but it's bullshit. They can't get in right now. They should be allowed to get in.
I totally agree with you. I totally share that same exact sentiment. Other guys on the ballot, by the way, Willie Anderson, offensive tackle for the Bengals back in the day, Jari Evans, who was a guard, who went to Bloomsburg University, I believe, in Pennsylvania. Really, really good guard for the Saints for a long time.
Oh, yeah.
Frank Gore is on this list, who is kind of he's the kind of the accumulator, the guy that was never really the best running back in the league, but was kind of like the 5th through 10th best running back in the league for a really long time. So like, how do you think how do you judge those guys who are never like the best, but they were really good for a long time? Do you consider them Hall of Famers? Do you maybe consider a peak a little? Would you consider a peak a little bit higher than the longevity guys? What is your thought process on that?
So basically what you're asking is Frank Gore more of a Hall of Famer than Terrell Davis?
Yeah.
Because Terrell Davis had 5 years of just absolute studliness.
Yeah.
And Frank Gore compiled.
Yeah.
They're both Hall of Famers.
Exactly.
Frank Gore should also
head.
be the injury. In my head, Frank Gore is
What do you value more, though? Like the guy who was the best guy in the league for 5 years or the guy who was really, really good for 10 years?
What do we always say? The best ability is
availability.
And Frank Gore was always there. And he should also be in the Injury Hall of Fame. The College Injury Hall of Fame should be Frank Gore. Willis McGahee, Clinton Portis, and I think Najee Davenport all started over him at Miami. Think about that for a minute.
Yeah, I don't know. That's a hard one to like think about which one you put more on.
It's like, do you want Scott Rowland or do you want 5 years of Mike Trout? Like, do you want Scott Rowland for 15 years or 5 years of Mike Trout?
Why do I?
It's what you value.
Why do I have to pick?
Exactly. I agree with you. I think they both have a place. I mean, they should both have a place. It doesn't have to be like a flash in the play, a flash in the pan.
How many quarters lights have you had?
3. I got a couple fun coupons here too, guys, that I didn't drink last week. So
maybe
some fun coupons if you guys have any.
I like the way this is going.
I got liquor over here.
But yeah, it's there's no reason why both should not get in. There's a place in the Hall of Fame for both of them. I just don't know, like what Brian said, if you're only voting for 5, why should I have to choose? There should be a place for both of them. There should be more. We should open this up a little bit.
Yeah.
And I say open it up, but like we still need to be selective. Like even though there's call it 50 guys are allowed to get in, doesn't mean 50 need to get in, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Let's vote the guys who deserve to be in. We don't need to put a limit on this.
Yeah. All right. Well, look, I'm going to put up the actual picture on the screen so you guys can look at it, and each of us is going to pick our 5 that's going to go in this year because 5 of these guys will go in. And I think the top 3 or 4 are probably all going to be the same, and then we might have some disagreements on the other guys here. But just here are the guys. Also want to mention Bill Belichick and Robert Kraft both up as contributors. I think there's a couple more guys that you would recognize too, but I don't have them up right now. So give me a minute on that. Here you go, Brooks. On the right side of the page here is the comments. Torrey Smith is first in receptions and receiving yards from 2000 to 2009, 8 straight 1,000-yard seasons, 6 straight 1,300-yard seasons, which is fucking crazy.
That's crazy.
7 Pro Bowls, right?
Yeah, and a Super
you
Bowl
said
champion.
Torrey Smith. Sorry.
No, did I? Sorry.
Yeah.
What are we doing? Like, what are we doing? If we're starting a 2000s All-Star team, are we not picking the guy that's first in both yards and receptions? I mean, this is insane. This is like saying Mike Evans is not a Hall of Famer. I disagree with you.
I disagree. All right. So if you're asking me my 5, was that the question?
Yes,
I'm going Drew Brees, Larry Fitzgerald, Jason Witten, Adam Vinatieri, and I'm putting in Torrey Holt.
Yeah, going back to what I was saying earlier, Isaac Bruce was number 5, so I mixed these up, but Torrey Holt's number 17. How many receivers are in the Hall of Fame right now? I
More than
mean,
17.
I know.
My 5 is probably going to be Drew Brees, Larry Fitz, and Jason Witten for me are no doubters.
Can you zoom in a little bit on that, Dusty?
Yeah, sorry.
Sorry, I'm looking at the TV and it's further away.
You're good.
And I'm
Torrey
old.
Holt was so good. NC State product, Wolfpacker.
I got 5. Right.
I think for me, Drew Brees, Larry Fitz, and Jason Witten are no doubters. I'm a little, I sour a little bit on Vinatieri because his last couple years were really bad. But I think he deserves to get in ultimately. I don't just think he deserves to get in more than a couple of these guys.
Okay.
I would say probably Eli and then Torrey Holt are my last 2. And then I would have Kuechly slightly ahead of Vinatieri.
So Kuechly's your 6.
Kuechly would be my 6, Vinatieri 7, and then probably Reggie Wayne, and then I would go to the Ravens after that because I'm a homer. Yeah, I think those are my guys. So I'm going to go Brees, Fitzgerald, Jason Witten, Torrey Holt, and Eli Manning, and then Kuechly and Vinatieri are my first 2 out. So to
Write
speak.
these down,
And once
Dusty.
again, I think Reggie Wayne should be in there too. It's just the problem is I think that there's probably at least 9 of these guys should be in the Hall of Fame, and I just you got to pick 5. So it's a stupid process in my opinion. But yeah,
You think Reggie Wayne should be in there?
I think Reggie Wayne should be in there. Yeah.
Do you
100%.
know where he is on the career receiving yards list?
All right.
I would assume top 15.
10.
Yeah.
That's higher than I thought, actually.
Yeah.
Hey, Brooksy, before you give your 5, Dell just shot me a text. We are live over at Pig and Rooster.
Nice.
Dell has a question for us. He's having dinner with the Foys tonight. Should he break out the wedding
bless him.
shorts? Should he break out the wedding shorts?
And the bolo tie. Yes.
Polo tie. Yeah.
I mean,
so
yeah.
Dell, there's your answer.
Yeah.
Buddy.
That's
Yeah.
like you're
Break
going
them
to
out.
a wedding. Yeah.
Just say I thought this was a nice dinner. I thought we were getting dressed up for this. All right, my 5, and I just gave it away because Reggie Wayne is number 10, which surprised me. I knew he was high. I didn't know he was 10. Drew Brees. I'm going to go from top to bottom here on what's on the screen here. Drew Brees, Larry Fitzgerald, Torrey Holt, Adam Vinatieri, and Reggie Wayne
Okay.
are my 5. I think that's 5, right?
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah. So you're leaving. So you're not in on Jason Witten first ballot. Okay. I mean, I don't disagree with you. It's you're.
I can't
Hall of
leave the
Famers.
best kicker of all time off the first ballot Hall of Famer. I mean, they already get enough shit in terms of
He's not first ballot though. I think he was on the ballot last year, wasn't he?
He was on last year.
yeah, you might be right. Regardless, he's the best kicker of all time. Put him in the Hall of Fame.
He's the most. I mean, he's the most memorable kicker of all time too. I mean, those
Yeah.
Super Bowl winning kicks, and the longevity. Once again, going back to the Frank Gore thing, the longevity.
Longevity and the pressure kicks that he made. I mean, I understand that you have to be put in those situations to make them. He didn't get to choose that, but he made them. So
Yeah.
All right, but Brian, you had Brees, Fitz, Vinatieri, Jason Witten, and who was your last guy? Torrey
Holt. Yeah.
So we had almost exactly the same list, except I had
Reggie Wayne was 235 yards short of passing Marvin Harrison. So Peyton got to have number 9 and number 10 on his team. That's pretty awesome.
And if you really
he was he's a reason for that.
Yeah, I agree. I agree.
And if you really think about it, think about the numbers those guys put up with the other person on their team being a fucking rock star as well, with Isaac Bruce and Marvin Harrison. Those guys put up massive numbers with, now maybe they put up the massive numbers because other people were paying attention to the other receiver.
Yeah.
Fair.
Also, Terrell Suggs, 2-time Super Bowl champion, also 8th on the all-time sack list.
Yeah, I think he gets in, but I mean, these are
He's-
just my
he-
guys this year.
I think his personality-wise, I think his off-the-field stuff is going to keep him out a little bit longer. But I think maybe
Well,
he'll get in eventually.
and the recency of his off the field stuff, I guess.
Yeah, but
he
also
reminds me
the continued nature of his off-the-field stuff. Is
correct. He reminds me of Kevin Green, who didn't get in for an extended period of time, who was very high on the sack list. That sucks because he was never. And by the way, people forget that he won a Super Bowl with Kansas City.
Yeah.
There was a immaculate grid less than a week ago that had
we used him.
Chiefs on there, and I was like, "Oh, Terrell Suggs." People don't think about him as Cardinal or Chief.
Was it that? It was either that or it was a Super Bowl winner with the Kansas City Chiefs or something like that. I know what you're talking. I used Terrell Suggs for that one too, Dusty.
You guys are firing these immaculate grids off in our group chat. I love it.
There are two active players in the top 20 of all-time sacks. Can you name them? By the way, Myles Garrett is shockingly close.
I was doing one of my picks.
He's not one of them. I'm sorry, I kind of gave that away, but he's shockingly close for how young he is.
Would it be like TJ Watt and Calais Campbell?
Neither.
Wow.
Oh, damn. That's a good question.
Yeah.
Let me think about
one of them. You think
Clowney?
of for a different team that he plays for now. One of them you'd think for only this team, but you wouldn't think him this team first.
Von Miller.
Von Miller is correct on one of them.
Good one.
He plays for the Washington Footballs now. He is 10th all time, tied for 10th all time with Richard Dent and John Randall. John Randall, absolute maniac.
My favorite D lineman when I was a kid, John Randall. I love the Vikings just for John Randall.
Mine was unfortunately Dwight Freeney because he kicked the shit out of the Ravens. Not because he kicked the shit. Unfortunately, because he kicked the shit out of the Ravens. But God,
Seattle Seahawks, great.
So fucking awesome. Yeah,
damn, you got me beat on this other one, man.
Once again, it's a team you would not think of. He's played for this team his whole career.
Team I would not think of play with this team his whole career.
You got me beat, man. First. Go ahead.
No, he's a run stopper. I don't know.
Cam Jordan, New Orleans Saints.
You could have given me
Jordan.
Wow. I would not have thought that.
Number 17 overall on sack list. Would you believe that if I told you? Because I didn't believe it when I read it.
Probably because we don't pay attention to the Saints that much.
More sacks than Ricky Jackson, Derek Thomas, and Dwight Freeney.
That's crazy. The Cam Jordan story on draft day is incredible. He got drafted in the first round, like you said, number 17 overall or whatever it was. Mm-hmm. He got drafted by the Saints, so he gets picked up at the airport in New Orleans. And if you remember the draft, the first round was like just the first day, and then like the other day, the other rounds in the next few days. So he gets a phone call from the Miami Dolphins and says, "Hey, we're about to pick you." He goes, "Well, that's a fun fact. I already been picked by the New Orleans Saints. They were drafting Cam Jordan, the tight end."
Oh no!
Jordan Cameron.
Jordan Cameron. So they called Cam Jordan.
So I remember Jordan Cameron made a Pro Bowl for the
Pro
Browns.
Bowl. He said he was in the car, and he's like, "But hey, I'll take the signing bonus you're going to give him."
Oh my God, Jordan Cameron. That's a guy that
he got drafted.
That's a guy I will never remember. I just constantly forget that guy.
He's good for a couple years.
That's a fun story, man. Like you got drafted twice in the same draft.
All right, yeah. So we did our Hall of Fame stuff. That's stuff I wanted to talk about. Do we want to talk about Stephon Diggs? We don't really know. It's charges.
You can just bring it up. There's not a ton to talk about, though.
Yeah, so he's facing charges. There was allegations stemming from, I believe, earlier in December, and he's I think yesterday came out that he's faced with charges of felony strangulation. Some more misdemeanor kind of assault and battery type stuff. It doesn't look great. Innocent until proven guilty. We don't really know. based on past maybe thoughts about a lot of people, like overwhelming thoughts about Stephon Diggs. Maybe he's kind of a one of these type of guys that could get caught up in something like this. I don't like to judge people like that. We'll see when the facts come out what happened. But bad day for Stephon Diggs, especially now going into the playoffs.
Bad day for the Diggs family.
They have a chance to be the number 1 seed in the AFC. And I don't know. I mean, he's gonna be faced with the same fate that every NFL player is faced with, which is, we're gonna have to talk about it in the NFL and see if there's a suspension looming. I don't know if you can necessarily do that while he just got charged. I don't really know how all this
not going to
works,
affect it.
Either way, so he's going to play in the playoffs no matter what, right?
Yeah, what?
This is just an outside distraction for the Patriots, but regardless, it's something we have to bring up and something we don't,
They have to answer questions about it, and they don't want to. So
yeah, my mentality is fuck the football side of it. Don't be a douche. And in a weird way, Stephon Diggs had a bad reputation throughout the duration of his career. I'm not talking about him as a football player. Just he's had a bad reputation. This year, it seemed like his reputation had changed, become more of a team guy, kind of, he had matured. Now this completely throws that, to the wayside.
Well, you have that, but also, the multiple baby mamas at the same time, the Cardi B shit. Like, it's just a bunch of weird shit that, if I'm Mike Vrabel, I'm just like, what the fuck, man?
It seems like the anti-Vrabel guy. Now, it seems like he'd been great all year, but now it seems like he's the anti-Vrabel guy.
I'd say
Vrabel's all about being straight-laced.
Yeah, I'd say in the clubhouse and on the team, he probably is, right? Yeah. But I mean, sometimes you got to strangle a motherfucker. You know what I mean? No, but I mean, if you don't know the allegations right here, I'm just joking, obviously.
I know.
It's all allegations at this point. He strangled his chef. His personal chef is the allegation. He pressed charges for a December 2nd or 3rd or whenever it was, like earlier on in the month. This whatever happened, if this actually happened, I don't know if there's pictures of it. I don't know if there's video of it. I don't know if there is injury marks on his neck for him being strangled and all this and everything else. There's not a ton of info out there, and maybe and if there is, I haven't seen it, but from what I know, it's all.
Is it a male or a female that he's strangled?
Oh, I assume a male, but I don't really know, to be honest with you. That's a good question. But he, I mean, if the state is pursuing charges on this, I don't know. I'm not sure about this one. It's going to play out. He's trying to get the arraignment pushed back to March, which would obviously be after the Super Bowl. Yeah, it's hard to know. Not really sure. It's not going to come out until later on. It's not going to affect the no pictures, and the chef is a female.
Thank you, Laura
Adams. Rumors are it's a she. So that sucks. But
there's a Ryan Staten reference here. What the hell?
Who's that guy?
Who is this man?
Who's that guy? Never heard of her. She sounds hot though.
She must work out.
He does. She does work out. Ryan Staten does work out. But yeah, it's hard to know. I really don't. I don't have a ton of info on this. Again, what you guys both said. We'll see what happens in the case. It's not going to affect it. He tried to push back the arraignment to March, which is going to be after the Super Bowl. Don't know if that got approved or not. Regardless, even if he does get arraigned and all that different stuff, I don't think it's going to affect any kind of a suspension or anything like that for the playoffs. So,
but what you said there, Brooksy, is it's not questions they need to answer, and if they end up going to the Super Bowl, damn well media day that's going to be the number one question asked over.
What's going on? What's going on with
this case? What's going on with this case? Just like, and I hate to bring up, obviously people lost their lives, but what happened with Ray Lewis back in 2000, 2001, that was all the questions. Shannon Sharp coming to his aid, kind of like, hey, we're not going to retry this case. All right, it's over. And that's what's going to end up happening. And it's a distraction. And that can wear on you as a team.
Anyway,
all right,
that's all we got on that.
Transitioning for the Patriots, what's not a distraction is that Monday Night Football, Drake May didn't even play, and he won the MVP. Did you guys see that? I will vehemently defend Matthew Stafford until my dying day, but I will say this. I think I watched Matthew Stafford play the worst game I've ever seen him play on Monday night. I could not believe it as I was watching it. Atlanta is dead in the water. They've been dead in the water for weeks, months, whatever. Their defense, the Rams defense can't tackle, but the big problem in this game is the turnovers from Matthew Stafford. You just cannot have. If they don't turn the ball over 3 times, they win this game very, very easily. If they don't turn the ball over at all, if he just throws the ball away on those 3 downs, and you can say that about a lot of games, I'm sure, but this was the guy, 40 touchdowns and 5 picks going in. He was the overwhelming favorite to win MVP. Drake May was the only other guy that was kind of hovering in there after Josh Allen didn't really have a great Sunday against the Eagles, which we still have to talk about too. So, yeah, those were the 2 guys. And then Monday night, Matthew Stafford went out there and just laid a fucking egg. I don't know. I don't really know what to say. He missed guys wide open. The picks that he threw were pretty bad. They weren't like, hey, like this ball got tipped or whatever. Mm-hmm. It was like, they were kind of his fault. And I hate doing that because this is a guy I really like, a guy I think is going to be a first ballot Hall of Famer and could have won his first MVP. Could have got really his second season ever in his year 17 career. His second season ever getting an MVP vote would have been this year. And he's going to get an MVP vote. He's going to get several. But I don't know. At this point in the season, you can't lose that game. You just can't. And you can't play like that in that.
And it's a standalone game. It's
Monday night. Exactly. Yeah. And these are narrative-based awards. And the reason I talk like this is like, yeah, it's one game. Should it really affect it that much? No. Should it?
Yeah.
But this is the way the awards work. They're very narrative-based. What did you do for me late in the season?
See the Heisman. Trophy.
And also, the Rams are probably going to be like a 6 or 7 seed now. Whereas Drake May could potentially get the 1 seed. And I think he pretty much locked this award up on Monday night.
Well, if you look at DraftKings and FanDuel odds, I mean, whoa, it flipped.
It flipped totally.
Mute Brooks.
I'm muted.
Yeah, mute Brooks.
I'm muted. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's all good. But you saw the DraftKings odds just completely flip right there. It went from I think he's now minus 300, Drake May. So before that, he was plus 300. So, hey, Drake May's played out of his mind.
He has played out of his mind. He has done it with receivers mostly that you've never heard of, Stephon Diggs, and then Hunter Henry, and then Kayshon Boutte, Pop Douglas. These guys are household names. He certainly didn't have Reggie Wayne and Marvin Harrison running down the sidelines for him.
No, he did not.
Drake May. Drake Maybe is one I've heard a lot early in the season when he was like kind of good, but kind of not. Drake Maybe, I like that one.
If you redraft, and I know because we're waiting for Brooks to come back. If you redrafted that draft, would you still take Caleb Williams number 1?
See, it's crazy because last year you would have said Jaden Daniels no matter what. Mm-hmm. I think you probably would have had May 2nd and then Caleb 3, and maybe even Bo up there with Caleb somewhere. And I think there's some people probably would have said Bo Nix over Caleb. I probably wouldn't have been one of those people. I'm not the biggest Bo Nix fan in the world, but
you picked up on that over the course of 2025.
Yeah.
Let me check my watch.
Over the course of 2025, I'm not really the biggest Caleb Williams fan in the world either, but I think I might have to bite my tongue on that one. He looked fucking great.
I'm taking Drake May number 1, and for the one reason only is he's a pocket passer, as opposed to these guys who run around and they get bigger chance of injury. Hence, Jaden Daniels, and also Caleb Williams misses wide open guys, which is very bizarre. He makes the beautiful play, and then he makes the simple play look very difficult.
He hits a home run on a slider in the dirt, and then swings and misses a fastball right down the middle.
He's Adam Dunn of football.
Yeah, it's right really I totally agree with you. It's really weird because sometimes it flips games. Like there was a play on what was it, Sunday night? Was the Bears Niners game on the last drive before they got into the red zone situation?
There was a dude wide
open on the right side.
Right
and if he hits him in stride, he's wide open.
It's tough.
He doesn't even need to hit him in stride. He just needs to throw the ball in the air.
And it was Devin Duvernay of all people.
Was it really? Devin Duvernay? Oh my God. Devin Duvernay's on the Bears?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
He's the returner, isn't he?
Well, he's the guy Caleb missed the other night on that.
They put him in for like two. They put him for like 2 plays, wide receiver, and he was naked. I mean, the man could have absolutely had an Uncrustable right there on the field.
He has 2.
Always do. When you're taking him out of the freezer, you're not just going to take one out. What are you doing?
Fair.
Yeah.
Fair.
Right now, look, I'm going to change. I mean, it's still stick football here. Right now, the most dangerous team in the NFC for me right now is the Eagles. The Eagles seem to be finding their stride.
Yeah. This is true, Ryan. We did not talk about this, and this is something I heard.
We have. Not today, though.
But guess how many teams with a winning record the Patriots have beat this year?
2.
1, if that. Maybe 0.
The Buffalo Bills are the only team that they beat with a winning record. Every single team else on their schedule is 8-8 or worse, and that includes the Ravens.
Remember that whole bet that we made that might be happening next week? That's one of the reasons why I took that bet, because they were in the same boat.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I hope your house gets egged in Indianapolis because of this bet.
If could you just maybe go out and barter with them, because I'm out of eggs and I need to go to the store and get some. Maybe just tell them, don't throw them. I need to mail them.
Mail them all.
Yeah.
Let me have a couple of those eggs.
I need a couple of.
You can throw them. I'll let you throw them if you let me have a couple.
Do we want to talk about the Ravens and what the hell's going on behind the scenes?
We talked about that with Pigtown while you were pooping.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Yeah.
So yeah, we did talk about some of that. I think let's get into more Ravens stuff on Thursday.
I want to have some Pittsburgh guys on.
Yeah, tomorrow we're going to preview the Ravens-Steelers game probably at more length. And on Thursdays, normally during football season, if you guys are here for the first time, we normally do our picks on on Thursday. Tuesday, we kind of we go over, analyze the game, the weekly games, and then Thursdays normally we pick the games and we talk about maybe what's going to happen in the matchups and stuff like that. I know we're on Wednesday today. It's a weird week. It's New Year's, so schedules are weird this week.
The holiday schedule sucks, man.
Yeah,
like I got a hard stop tomorrow at 11:45, so we can do 10 to 11:30.
We plan on being on tomorrow, Laura. We don't know what time. We're planning on 11 right now, but we need to talk about it.
We'll talk about it. But I'm hoping for 10.
Brian's got only an hour if we start at 11, so maybe we'll start at 10. There's also a pretty decent chance everyone's really hungover tomorrow because it's New Year's Eve tonight. So, we'll see.
We'll play
college football watch party tomorrow. Not sure about that, but it looks like there's some free fun on Brooks's middle there.
Anybody want to have some fun with me? I need to have this before I tell my story that Dusty already knows, because I meant to tell it on here organically, but Dusty got it while I was drunk the other night.
Okay. Let me just go. Be right back.
Yeah.
Right. Well, I'm not going to leave you by yourself. When Brian gets back, I'll give you some.
Yeah, you guys love leaving me by myself in here.
I don't want to leave you by yourself, but I'm not going to do it.
It's so ronery in here.
So
ronery.
Are we going for 4 hours tonight? I don't know about that. I think last New Year's Eve got a little off the rails for these boys, specifically Brooks and Drew.
Yeah, Dusty wasn't on last year. He will not be on this year either. He's got friends that come into town for New Year's into Ocean City, so he'll be celebrating. Me and Brian have talked about it. It's really just going to depend on what he's doing and my wife and son, what we are planning on doing tonight. So it's really, we want to go live tonight. We're not ruling that out. It might happen.
It might happen, but it might not happen. We're not 100% sure. I will probably not be on. If I am, it's going to be a couple-minute cameo from whatever bar I'm at drunk. I think
you did that last year.
I'm not planning on staying out through midnight because I don't really want to. But we'll see. We'll see how this. We'll see how many beers
We
have.
want to because
We're
I mean,
goats.
honestly, that was one of our best little streams that we had last year, and it was fun talking to everybody. So we're gonna try. Brian and I are gonna try. We'll see if the schedules. We'll see if the schedules work out. Like I said, Dusty's probably not gonna be in. If anything, it'll be a cameo from whatever bar he's at. But Brian and I are gonna try.
Are we talking about tonight or are we talking about tomorrow?
Tonight.
Oh yeah, I'm in. I'm in all day.
Yeah, it's just gonna depend on my son when he's when he goes to bed, what we're doing after school today, stuff like that.
I'll be checking my phone. So whatever. Is Dusty getting one?
Yeah. Fun. Found this in my when I was cleaning out my golf bag the other day.
Nice. I always love that.
I mean, why would there's no other reason why I'd have a mini besides in my golf bag. So.
Exactly. It's like finding that $20 bill in your pocket after you like throw it through the wash. It's like, oh, look, here you go. There's a mini.
Look. All right, boy.
Yeah.
Oh.
House.
Man, you better put a tuxedo on before you drink that.
The top sea captain. The
well, I'll keep my pinky out while I drink it, just in case.
Oh.
Going to grandma's house.
Cheers.
Cheers, y'all.
Ooh.
Fun coupons.
Feel alive.
All right. Now I can get into my story.
All right. What's the story here?
I meant to tell this last week or maybe even 2 weeks ago now. Christ. So speaking of you leaving for a little poo break, getting out of here.
Oh no!
When's the last time you guys sharded? It's been a while. Been a couple years, or
probably college.
Really?
It's been that long for you?
You never trusted a fart and just like went for it and just got a bad answer.
Probably college. I think I remember where it was. Taco Bell.
There's
for me, I would say it happens yearly, at least.
I would say
yearly. You didn't end it with sharding.
Yeah, I mean,
there's different levels to this. It's not like it's not a complete blowout. Sometimes it's a little bit.
Do we have a shard meter?
I mean,
I would say
I don't believe you for a second, Brian. Actually, I think you're full of shit.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe I just didn't know.
Well, clearly he is full of shit if he's not sharding.
Apparently, you're not full of shit. Apparently, you're going to the bathroom every single time you have to fart. So
absolutely, as Dell says, I poop two places: my house and my pants. That's it.
And that's pretty funny that Joe brings this up because actually, I was supposed to tell the story before that special came out. Didn't know that special was. I didn't know that was going to be in that special, but pretty similar. Right. If you have watched a pretty similar story, I was laying in bed.
Whoa.
And trusted a fart, and it was not a shart. I shit myself. I straight up shit myself.
Was Caitlin in bed with you?
Oh, she was sleeping, thank God. I mean, she knows. I've told her.
I'm getting red.
I've told her
I'm getting
about
flushed.
this.
I'm getting flushed.
I've told her about this. But I mean, I have never I can't say I've never done this, but I would say I haven't done that since I was like super sick in probably high school on accident. Maybe even before then. I mean, I've sharded countless times, right? I feel like we all have, except for apparently Brian has a great digestive tract.
I just go to the bathroom.
I've sharded plenty of times. I've done it multiple. Probably, I would say I'm right up there with Dusty. I mean, if I'm not once a year, I'm once every other year.
It's something you don't really talk about with everyone, but it's just, it happens every now and then. And all of a sudden, you got to leave the gym really quickly and leave. You got to go home.
Sometimes you got to leave a golf course a little early. I mean, we've all been there, right?
Yeah.
There was a golf course situation this year that I didn't leave, but
I had to. I was wearing, if I was wearing blue pants, it would have been fine. But khaki pants, not so much.
No, you can do a mystery smudge. The old mystery smudge.
Exactly. This one, I mean, Christ, I can't remember, and I know it's happened to me before, and I know it's been a really, really long time, and I was still living at home. But I mean, I straight up shit myself in bed. It was not even a semblance of a fart. It just all came out. And I had to throw away the sheets, throw away my pants.
You throw away
everything gets thrown away. It's not even worth saving at that point. No, I mean, I let her sleep and wouldn't let her go on that side of the bed. Obviously, I'm not going to ruin her rest, but oh man, it was bad, guys. Luckily, I was laying on my stomach, so it wasn't like really on the sheets
Good.
at all. I mean,
I
a little
can't believe
bit,
we're having
right?
this
But
conversation.
a little
You
bit. But
didn't
I mean,
spray.
if I was on my back,
You're
that would have
fucked.
been. I would have been like, "Hey, babe, you need to go sleep in the guest room." Like
That
this
would have
is
been an ordeal.
I mean, we would have needed a new mattress.
You set the mattress on fire. You take it out to the driveway and light it on fire.
I mean, I was so like, I woke up in the morning and she comes out and I'm sleeping on the in our loft upstairs, like in
Yeah.
between
On the couch.
our room. It kind of goes out into the loft, and then like the other side has our other 2 bedrooms, including our son's room. And I'm sleeping on the couch, and she's like, "Are you mad at me? Why are you sleeping on the couch right now?" I was like, "Because I shit the bed." Literally.
I would love to have seen her face when you said that comment.
Because I shit on the bed.
I literally shit the bed.
Oh
Who made the
God.
poops?
I'm about
So,
to
that was
text
my
her-
that was my story. Oh,
I'm
she's
about
out
to
with
text
her
your
mom.
wife. Oh, I won't text her now.
But yeah,
Oh,
2
my
mattress
God.
pads. Yeah,
mattress
we have
pads,
1
yeah.
mattress pad. Actually, actually, I think our mattress pad's been thrown away, not because of me, because of our son.
Oh, thanks.
But
Yeah.
yeah,
I think.
but yeah, it would have been a whole new mattress at that point. It was
Oh, man.
luckily I was sleeping on my stomach, which I'm not a stomach sleeper, but thank God.
Or you know,
That's a
I'm
great-
more of a. I'm either sleeping on my back or my side. I'm normally not a stomach
Yeah,
sleeper
I'm a
either.
backer side guy.
Yeah.
I'm on my side. I'm always on my right shoulder. I turn right.
I'm always on my left shoulder.
Bro,
Yeah.
I guess it depends on where windows are and light, shit like that.
Yeah, it all. I mean, I wish I was wearing Depends, but
No, he was not at the time, and that was unfortunate for him.
Yeah.
What
So-
we can do today, because we're going to do our NFL weekly preview tomorrow. We can do our college preview today because we have a college football playoff game tonight. Ohio State and Miami. Last time I watched this game, Willis McGahee's leg went wrong way.
Yeah, wrong direction.
Different
Now-
directions than it should have.
While we're talking college football, before we actually get into the game tonight, which I think is at 7:30 or 8:30, one of the two, how do we feel about the Kyle Whittingham hire at Michigan?
I think it's the best possible hire they could have made. I think it was excellent hire. What do you think?
I agree with you. I think he brings a toughness. He's
He's
I don't
a
know.
fucking awesome coach. I think he's great. I think they're going to love him in Michigan.
He's a college football Hall of Famer. He's not a long-term solution because he's already 66 years old. But the guy's got a face like a fist. He is just he's granite. I mean, that guy just screams Michigan. So I love it. Yeah, it's very heavy.
oh,
Now
you,
we're
Joe.
talking about poop. I got to poop again. God damn it.
Thank you, Joe. Can you put Joe's comment on the?
Yes, I can. You're not alone in this journey. That's all I will say.
Thank you. I mean, sometimes you just need support groups, guys. You really
All right,
do.
go ahead and start talking about the college football playoff. I literally got to poop again. Now that we're talking about poop, it just gets you in your mindset. Here we
I think he just goes to the toilet just to fart.
I think he probably does too.
There's no way you've gone 20 some years. Christ, he's 40 years old. His last time he was in college was probably 22. So it's been like 18 years, 18, 19, 20 years. There's no way he hasn't sharded in 20 years.
Yeah, I
don't
mean,
believe
look,
that for a second.
I don't believe that any guy that's played college baseball has sharded themselves in the last 20 years.
Agreed. Especially,
I mean, it's not even
especially
like
ones that
college
drink like
baseball is
us.
not a criteria, but yeah, well, drinking like us is one of those. Just one of those things. Being at Nacho Mama's as often as we were, I mean, give me a fucking
Ooh.
break. How many of those
Yeah.
fucking burritos, buffalo chicken burritos, did you guys eat? How many sticky wings did you eat? Like that? That's not going to go well later in the night. Tutti Gustis, that's not going to help.
No.
You know, like
Shout out. Wish all these places
I-
respond. Well, maybe not.
I
Maybe not
love all those places. Nachos doesn't exist anymore. Fuck that place.
It doesn't, but yeah.
Anyway, any other football stuff we didn't get to? Once again, guys, we'll talk a lot more football tomorrow. The games that matter this weekend: the Panthers Bucks game, the Seattle San Francisco game. I guess that's something we could talk about. We didn't talk about San Francisco's. We did talk about the Bears a little bit side of it. What do you think about San Francisco's chances in the playoffs?
I think it's great.
Basically being Swiss cheese on defense, but they just score 45 points a game, so it doesn't matter. Like, no matter what, their games are going to be fun to watch. So I think it's going to be great as a consumer. But what do you think about their team's actual chances? Are you worried about it? Do you think, like, if they get cold on offense, they're fucked?
No, but I mean,
if they get hot on defense, like it's like the old NHL thing. If you get a hot goalie, you can fucking roll. You know what I mean? So I don't know.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on that?
But I mean, their defense has their games too. Like some games they do play very well. So, like you said, if they do get hot in the playoffs, I mean, they could in their. It's the same thing with the offense too. If their offense stays hot, their offense could go cold in the first game, right? Who knows? But I mean, if their defense gets hot, I mean, we've seen them play a couple of decent games. Obviously, their Fred Warner's out. I think one or two of their best DBs are
Nick Bosa is out for the year. Their number one overall pick,
so
Mike
obviously
Williams, who's an edge rusher, he's also out for the year, torn ACL. Like, they've lost a lot of dudes.
Obviously not full strength on defense, but have actually played decent besides this last game, which they got. I mean, Christ, it just seemed like it was a track meet on both sides, really. But yeah, I mean, if their defense can figure it out and their offense stays doing what they're doing right now, yeah, I think they can make a deep run. Why not? But like you said, they're not at full strength, but they can play pretty well on defense at times.
I agree with you, and I'll tell you this:
Trent Williams got hurt this game too.
Yeah,
but it seems like very minor hamstring, so we'll see.
George Kittle didn't play in this game, but they didn't miss a beat with Jake Tungus, who almost won you your fantasy football championship anyway. That was a great
start,
streamer, by the way.
That was a great start.
That's a great streamer. That's just such a good pickup. I mean, I have to put a little bit more respect on Brock Purdy's name than I have in the past. I'll tell you.
Thank you.
And I will say this, knowing that Mac Jones won 4 or 5, 6 games for this team this year.
But you see the difference.
Basically, it was the same. But the swag with Brock Purdy and also his mobility out of the pocket.
His mobility is way different.
Is what separates him from Mac Jones. If he's not the same quarterback passing as Mac Jones, he's very similar, but his ability with his legs helps him so much in this offense specifically. And his ability to extend plays helps his offense dramatically because they have Kittle, because they have McCaffrey, because they have all of those weapons. The guys that are just not going to be able to – you're not going to be able to cover these guys for 10 seconds. 5 seconds, maybe. 10 seconds, no. So I just – I really, really, really love what I've seen on offense out of San Francisco. I think Kyle Shanahan, with all of these injuries, I thought that the 49ers were completely dead in the water. They are not. Once again, should be mentioned, their schedule pretty easy this year, but what they've done against the NFC West has been pretty good. I mean, they've beaten – I think they beat every team except for the Seahawks, and they have a chance this week to beat the Seahawks.
To win the division, right?
Yeah, to win the division. So, I don't know. I kind of ruled them out a little earlier than I should have probably. I still don't love the defense in the playoffs, winning 4 straight games. But, I mean, if they're going to put up 40 points every week, they're going to have a chance to win every week. So
yeah, it's going to be a matter of if their defense either gets hot or plays well enough to keep them close enough so the offense can outscore them. But I agree with you.
McCaffrey, after last year, was like the year from hell fantasy-wise for, the 3rd time with McCaffrey? You drafted McCaffrey first overall, and he was terrible. But now McCaffrey, and then the next year, after he's like the 1st overall pick and he's terrible, he's like the 9th overall pick because everyone's afraid of him. But if everyone knows if he's good, he's going to be amazing. And of course, he has like 2,400 yards from scrimmage and 100 million touchdowns, and he's fucking amazing.
Yeah. I mean, I always go back to, I mean, you give Brock Purdy but I mean, obviously you admitted that you gave him a little bit too much shit, but I always go back to, even with Mac Jones, I understand like this offense and Mac Jones and we always go back to like, this is hell yeah. We always go back to
0-0. Call Mike Jones out down the low.
Jesus Christ! Here we go. These are the best ones. These are the best podcasts.
I mean, I always go back to like everyone says Shanahan's offense is a plug and play, like you're a game manager. But I mean, you still got to make the right decisions. And on top of the right decisions, like me and Dusty just talked about it while Brian was away. And that's why I'm bringing this back up so he can hear it. I mean, you saw the discrepancy between Mac Jones and Brock Purdy athletic wise when they get moving in the pocket and outside the pocket. Like he brings a whole different dynamic to it. So
it's a process of how do you process information? Because apparently Kyle Shanahan's offense is extremely, extremely complicated, even longer than maybe John Gruden's double Y spider banana thing.
Somebody will be open, apparently. You just got to find it.
I mean, hey, Trey Lance couldn't find that person. And Trey Lance is now playing quarterback for I believe, the San Diego Chargers for John.
Well, he tore his Achilles in like game 2 of his rookie year. So what's he supposed to do?
But he still couldn't process information when he did play, even when he
because he played like 14 games of football before. Look, I'm on the train that Trey Lance got a completely unfair shake. He should not have started a game in his first couple of years. He should not have been the 3rd overall pick in the draft.
Yeah.
I think that guy could have been good if he would have gone to a situation. Anyway,
you made your point. Shut up, Dusty. Brian, good.
I think it's more about processing. It's more about processing information, and I think Brock Purdy is extremely, extremely good at doing that. He does hit. Look, there's nothing wrong with taking a fucking check down and getting 6 yards on first down. I mean, hell, it opens up the entire offense for second and third down. The Niners are scary, and I firmly believe Kyle Shanahan should win Coach of the Year. He should win Coach of the Year. Best coach
coming from a guy who gives him a lot of criticism. Brian gives Kyle Shanahan a lot of criticism.
I'll give him a
I totally agree with you. I think with all those defensive injuries, and this is kind of the point I was trying to make earlier before.
Bob Saleh, baby.
Yeah.
Bob, great looking ball man.
Bob Saleh is the I would say the weak point of the team right now, but it's not his fault.
It's not his fault either.
It's certainly not his fault. He's trying to piece together a defense when everyone's hurt. But yeah, I totally agree with you, Brian. I think he's the clear-cut coach of the year. If the Seahawks win, you can say Mike McDonald. I can see it because he won 14 games in the hardest division with Sam Darnold. So, hard to argue that. But also Sam Darnold is the 5th quarterback in NFL history to win 13 games in 2 consecutive seasons.
Crazy.
The other 4, by the way, are fucking Aaron Rodgers, Brett Favre, Tom Brady, and Peyton Manning.
And then Sam Darnold. What?
Sam Darnold.
Slinging Sammy D.
And Sam Darnold's the only one of those 5 dudes that did it for 2 different teams. He won 15 last year for the Vikings. He won 13 this year for the Seahawks.
Yeah. I mean, the coach of the year is going to come down. It's obviously, everyone's going to go with Vrabel, and that's fine. He came in and completely changed the culture. Kyle Shanahan's doing this with spit and duct tape. I mean, it's unbelievable what he's doing. And he did it with a backup quarterback by the way, Mike Vrabel's going to have the fucking MVP. Kyle Shanahan had Mac Jones for 5 games.
Yeah, well, he's also missing his number 1 wide receiver. He was missing his one of the best tight ends in the league for a quarter of the year at least.
His best all-around linebacker and his best DN.
We've already talked about the defense, how injury riddled they are, but his offense is not. I mean, Trent Williams came out halfway through this game, so we'll see what he does next game too. Didn't look that serious. We'll see how it actually goes this week, if he plays or not. I'm sure they probably don't care if they win the division or not. They're going to get in the playoffs, I believe. So,
is there any case for Sean Payton winning 11 straight games with Bo Nix and potentially getting the 1 seed in the AFC?
Yeah, I mean, I think there is, but I don't think he wins it. I think there's a case for it, but
there's a case for it. But he'd be like, if I'm putting him in order, he's like probably number 4 on that list.
Yeah, Vrabel's going to win it. I don't think there's any reason why he's not going to win, just because the massive turnaround that happened. And Christ, look at the team, guys. We couldn't name half the receivers halfway through the year.
Still can't.
I don't know very many people on their defense besides Christian Gonzalez and
Milton Williams.
Williams.
So,
by the way, 2025. This guy's named Milton.
Love it.
Is he a 3rd or a 4th?
I hope so.
He's a junior, the 3rd.
Yeah.
Which makes no sense.
So there's a couple interesting games coming up this week. We'll get to it on tomorrow's. I keep saying Thursday, but it's tomorrow, guys. It is tomorrow. We could have two more we could have another podcast in between now and then.
I'm gonna let you go and walk away. All right. So.
You know, we're taking 2025 out with a bang here, baby. I love it.
Guess the combined win total of the New York teams.
4. 5.
Don't count Buffalo. East Rutherford only.
Oh shit! I forgot. Yeah, MetLife. Just only MetLife.
Yeah.
5.
Total is 6. They are both 3 and 13.
The correct answer would be 6.
We've seen a lot of really bad Giants and Jets like combined overall New York seasons. This one might take a kick. This one's so bad. They're both in the top 6 of every draft. It's crazy.
How are the Knicks the best team in New York?
I mean, you look at the Giants right now, they got some pieces, man. I mean, I know a lot of them are hurt right now, but next year, we got some pieces coming.
That D-line's stellar. If you can get a secondary that can actually play around a little bit and actually cover some dudes.
Brian Banks is really falling off after his
Deontay Banks.
Deontay Banks, sorry. Yeah, sorry. I'm confusing Brian Burns and Deontay. Who was also up there as like a top 3 guy in sacks. So.
More football. More football. Max Crosby. Oh boy,
you were talking about. It's a pretty big can of worms to open. I completely forgot about this.
You want to bring up a flex? Dude tells them, "Fuck you, I don't need surgery," and leaves the facility. Then posts videos of him shooting hoops with his kids and then jumping on a trampoline in his own backyard.
He wanted to play.
He wanted to play.
They announced in the morning. For those of you guys and ladies who are watching this who don't know, Max Crosby wanted to play on Sunday, and the Raiders basically said, "No, we're shutting you down for the year. You got to be done. Like we need you for next year if we want to compete. You're like our prize asset." And he was like, "Fuck that, I'm playing." And they were like, "Well, we're putting you on IR, so you're not playing." And he cleaned out his fucking locker room and fucking left.
Good for him.
and I love it.
I love this about him.
There needs if you're in the Raiders organization, which has been a complete fucking mess.
And I'm sure they love him too for this.
That you need some sort of stability, and you need guys like this to stand up when fucking bullshit like this is happening. And I love that Max Crosby did it. And
good for him.
But do I disagree with the Raiders' decision? No. I don't.
No, because they won the first overall pick.
Because you would do the same shit, but also,
not even that. Not even that. You don't want him to tear an ACL in the last game of the year.
I totally agree with you. But also, let's sit down with Max Crosby and have a conversation about this before we say, "Hey, we're going to."
Well, they did.
It worked out well.
I'm in both. I'm in both camps. I'm in both camps here, and I think the Raiders love what he's saying too, right? Like he's saying, like, "Hey, I want to fucking play. I'm going to play." And they're like, "Well, I guess we have to put him on the IR now, or else he's going to show up to the facility and probably play." They have to love that. I know they love that, right? But I also don't disagree with them being like, "All right, if he tears everything in his knee and we lose him all year next year," right? I agree with you, Brian, but I understand the business, what they're saying about it. But I want Max Crosby on my team, and I know the Raiders do too. But
I want him shipped to the East Coast and wearing purple and black. I mean, I want a dude who loves football, and that dude loves playing ball, and that's what I want. And I understand, Brooksy. It's a very good point. I'm not denying that, but damn it, if a guy wants to fucking play, I want him on my team. It's a pretty good guy to have in the trenches with you. And
it's
I'll
also
take him
like
in the trenches.
It's like you want to keep him healthy, but you also want to keep him happy too, right? So. It's
now he probably doesn't want to be there, and he wants to get the fuck out of there.
Yeah, he's probably pissed, and this. I mean, if you guys don't remember, at the beginning of this year, there was a whole thing about people getting surgeries and not getting surgeries with Christian Walker and how he rehabbed and where he rehabbed, and it just seemed like it seems like there's a lot of stuff going on in terms of injuries and how it gets handled in that organization at the moment.
Yeah,
right, wrong, or indifferent.
Yeah,
Wilkins. Sorry, I said Walker.
Former Orioles great Christian Walker.
Sorry, my bad. You know what I'm saying. But
I know what you're saying.
But I mean, I don't disagree with either side here. But at some point, you do need to make your player happy a little bit too. So,
hey, look,
I don't know.
Okay,
Or it's a Brian's old adage, it's like protect the player from himself, right?
Sure. But what I'll say about this is you're protecting the player from maybe getting a physical injury, but now you've mentally injured him and he doesn't want to be
Pissed
part of
him
your
off,
team
yeah.
anymore.
Well,
So which one is worse? Because that dude is dedicated and has been dedicated to the Raiders.
And he stood up for him.
And now it seems like that's been completely axed. I mean, to the point the man's posting Instagram videos of him jumping on a fucking trampoline. I mean, come on, what are we doing here? All right, he doesn't want to be there anymore. Come to Baltimore, buddy.
And Laura, I see your comment here. I'm sure he does have some sort of a knee injury, but like obviously it's not enough to keep him from play. Like if this was a playoff game, or if this is for the division, he's playing. I mean,
Yeah, for sure.
what do you think a guy puts 2 X's in his name?
Max Williams.
Yeah.
Wishing he had a third so he could be a porn star. I don't know.
Well, easy transition. Just saying.
Yeah.
You know,
Very,
post,
a lot of tattoos.
post NFL stuff doesn't work out. There you go.
I always love when Brooks takes a shot. When Brooks takes a shot, you can just see the flushness.
Oh man, he gets beat red, dude. He always has.
This is why I need to like summertime's good for me because I get very dark and tan, so you can't see the flushness as much. But in the wintertime, you see it right away.
Oh, that's great. I love it.
All right, yeah, we'll preview the NFL games tomorrow, like we said. We'll be on here hopefully at 11, maybe a little bit earlier for Brian's sake. And if not, we'll figure out something. But we'll be on tomorrow at some point.
Mm-hmm. And we might be on tonight.
Yeah, we might be on tonight. Friday morning, I will be driving to Baltimore. So if you're watching this and you know me and you're in Baltimore, let me know. We'll hang out Friday or Saturday. Brian, let's get lunch on Saturday. But before we do all that, we have our snake draft for the day.
We're gonna do a little. Yeah, we're before you do it, we're gonna do a little 2025 moments segment here. So, but between like thanking people and our draft. So hit the music, Dusty. Hit the music.
We're going to do our snake draft here. And if you guys are first time for the podcast, this is the best part of the podcast.
It might be the ass slap that gets me the most.
It's always when I come up just passed out like this.
I remember where you were sitting. I remember what we were eating.
I remember waking up from that drunken stupor.
I tried to, for those of you who don't know, I tried to Bill Belichick his sweatshirt that night.
Yeah, you're trying to cut his sleeves off.
I tried to cut his sleeves off so he'd wake up looking like Bill Belichick, but I couldn't get it without waking him up.
Oh, man. Too much, what was it? Shrimp boil? Is that what we did that night? Or some?
Oh, is this who gets first pick?
What is this, first pick?
First pick spins.
First pick spins. Do it.
To explain the draft, we're doing Brian, explain the draft. We're doing sports moments from the year, correct?
Brooks gets first pick.
Dusty.
And Brooks, Dusty, then me. Oh, Dusty gets first pick. Okay.
Oh, Dusty gets first pick. Wait, do I get first pick or do I get to pick which
Dusty?
pick I pick?
Well, yeah, I guess you get to pick what pick you want.
I'd like to pick 3.
Okay.
Who has first
pick? Next one.
What? And I will explain the draft after we get this order.
Me, and I want pick number 1.
Okay, so I get number 2. All right. The draft this today, because I can't say this week because we're going to be going a couple more times, is best or most memorable sports moments of 2025. They can be positive or negative, but they had to happen in 2025.
Deal.
Done.
Deal.
Good deal.
Brooks, you get the
number one pick, buddy.
What do you remember the most about this sports year? Are we doing calendar year?
Calendar year.
Also, this Grand Marnier shot has just been sitting in front of me for roughly 20 seconds. You guys want to join me?
I got one more fun coupon.
I got a liquor drink right here, so I'll just do this instead of getting up again and going on camera.
That's cool.
I think there is, while we're doing this shot, I'm going to lead up to it before we do it and make my pick.
Okay.
I think there is an overwhelming number one overall pick. There might be two, but I think there's an overwhelming number one. Especially from somebody from our region. How can you
Cheers.
not take Alex Ovechkin breaking Wayne Gretzky's record?
There you go.
Yeah, that was up there for me. Wasn't my 1-1, but
it's one of the unbreakable records. So
There was a 1A and a 1B. The 1A and a 1B.
yeah,
Okay.
the 1B, I think Dusty might take, or maybe you will. I don't know.
Well, I'm
but
up number 2. It's
You
World
take-
Series game. It's World Series game 7.
Oh, not what I was thinking.
wow. Okay.
World Series game 7, and I'm taking the entire fucking game because there's about 6 things in that game that could all be on this list. I'm taking the whole fucking game. I'm being greedy.
I'd agree
All
with
right.
this.
I mean-
It's not the one I thought you would take, but I know what Dusty's taking.
Well, maybe you don't. I don't know. World Series Game 7. Brooks, you probably do know what I'm taking.
By the way, I respect the Danny Boy beer hat, man. That's kick ass.
You know what's crazy is that I had this hat for 3 or 4 years, and then I lost it on some sort of drunken excursion, probably. And
you know what?
I mentioned when I got to Indiana, I was like, we were at a bar and they sold Danny Boy. I think Danny Boy owned the bar, the Goat. And it had this exact logo on the pint glass I was drinking, and I was like, "Fuck, dude, that reminds me of that hat I used to have. I used to wear that every day." And then, lo and behold, Christmas was 2 days later, and this was sitting in my bag.
Turns out,
Got another one.
turn-
We
turns
got
out
another
that
one,
bar-
baby.
turns out I can walk to that bar in my neighborhood. And I'll
walk.
just go buy it after you say that. And also, it also reminds me, since we are on New Year's Eve, about probably 5 years ago, that Dusty and I spent at Danny Boy,
Oh, no.
where we woke up on my couch, on our living room couches that morning with mud all over the floor
Oh, jeez.
and mud all over our pants because it looked like we had been wrestling, which we might have. We've been known to do that from time to time when we get blackout drunk.
There was
And Shania Twain just blaring on his phone.
so Caitlin gets up for work at roughly 5-6 o'clock in the morning, something like that. Real early. in the
No,
morning.
she has to be at school at
That's cool.
work at 6. So she gets 4:30.
Wake up on the couch, and Shania Twain is just absolutely blaring in my pants pocket.
Who's bad? Had your boots.
Face down on the couch. I'm still wearing my my
Mud everywhere.
duck boots, and just to paint the picture for you, Brooks is on the couch next to the other couch next to me, and we're both face down, and we both just had mud all over our fucking boots and just mud all over the house. And Caitlin has to go to work, and she's like, "What in the fuck are you guys doing?"
It also smells like cigar in our house because we lit up a cigar when we got home in the house.
We did some stuff.
How your wife hasn't killed the 3 of us with a pickaxe is unfucking believable. She should Stephon Diggs us. I mean, without a doubt.
Yeah.
All right, number 3 pick overall. Here we go.
I get 2 in a row here, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I think that
Nice.
I mean, I'm just gonna take Rory McIlroy winning the Masters.
That was what I was betting on.
There it is. There it is.
I think just everything leading up to the moment, the amount of shit he got, the amount of times he choked, the emotion he let out on the 18th green at Augusta, what it felt like he deserved for quite a while and was not able to achieve and finally got there at the end. I think you kind of live for those kind of sports moments. So for me, that was it for me. And that was the one I remember specifically when I was like, I got up out of my seat and I was like standing this far away from the TV kind of thing. And I was like, I just wanted it to happen so bad.
I don't want to overdo it, but it reminded me when Tiger won the Masters after, his last major victory. I remember telling people at the bar, "Shut up! I want to watch history."
Yeah,
and you got to watch
and the Jim Nantz call for both of them. I mean, Jim Nantz is just the fucking best. I mean, he's just the fucking best. Number 2, Ugh. I have one that I might want to save for a little bit later, so maybe I won't say it. Let's do. Can we do Shohei Ohtani's NLCS? 10 strikeouts, three home runs.
The greatest
that's
game
all.
ever played.
The greatest game played by a baseball player.
Yeah,
let's
you can
that.
do that.
I can't. I can't. I wanted to maybe let that go because I thought it maybe because you took the World Series it might go further, but I have to take it. It's just that game was ridiculous. He led the game. He led the game off by striking out the first three guys and then hitting a home run on like the third pitch of the game that he faced. I mean,
he went 6 for 6.
That shit just does not happen. Brooks looks like he is pooping right this second.
I got to pee real bad. I got to pee real bad.
All right. Go pee. We can
pee, dude. We're gonna be fine. We can kill some dead air.
Go ahead.
It's okay. You're not. It's not ever 40 hands day. You're fine.
Not yet. Oh man.
Shohei Ohtani. I can't remember what NLCS game that was.
It was. I think it was game 4.
Game 4 or 5.
Yeah. That's such an incredible game.
I'm just gonna write the Shohei game because you guys know what I'm talking about.
We know what we're talking about.
Yeah. And I gotta grab another beer.
Okay, go for it. I'll just be here by myself. Hi. So my name's Brian Rogers. I like boats, but not the ocean. I like long walks on the beach. I wear neutral colored underwear. And all right, good. Now,
what are your thoughts on buoyancy?
Little Seinfeld reference.
All right, what do we got?
All right, so I'll wait for Brooksy to get back because I got my next pick here. But it's a good one, and it's something we can all relate to.
While Brooks is away, who are your 4 best kickers of all time? I'm not gonna include punters because I thought about this when we were talking about the Hall of Fame stuff, but I didn't bring it up.
Sure.
And so just kill time. Top Mount Rushmore of kickers, punters involved, just kickers.
Okay, just kickers. All right, so I'm
going
to
go
with
this is easy.
So Vinatieri, Tucker. I'm actually going to put Brandon Aubrey in there.
Wow.
He's
third year,
dude. He is smooth.
He's so good.
It's effortless.
If you make this list in 5 years, this might age well. That's what you're hoping, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's effortless. Fourth kicker, Mason Crosby.
Not Martin Gramatica. No Gramaticas.
No,
not
celebrates.
Not Morton Anderson.
Not Morton Anderson. He said Martin Gramatica celebrates too poorly. He tore his own ACL after fucking.
Oh, mama.
Brooks, while you were gone, we did the Mount Rushmore of kickers. Who was your Mount Rushmore of kickers? No punters involved.
No idea.
Justin Tucker, Adam Vinatieri,
Mason Crosby, and Brandon Aubrey.
Brian said Mason Crosby and Brandon Aubrey. I'd probably put Gramatica on there. I'd probably put Morton Anderson on there. I might put Vanderjagt on there.
I thought about Mike Vanderjagt. But Peyton Manning called him a liquored up kicker. That was great.
Yeah. Janikowski?
People around here hate.
Janikowski for the vibes?
No.
Rodrigo Blankenship for the vibes.
For the glasses.
Nick Novak for the Terps. All right, Brooks.
It's my pick.
Brian has not made his second pick yet. He was waiting for you, so we are going to make
come back. All right.
His second pick now.
My second overall pick would be the Kyle Schwarber swing off in the All-Star game, which was
home run
amazing.
Derby?
Yeah,
dude,
it was the All-Star game.
Fucking awesome.
I
would not have had that as high on my list, but that's something I completely forgot about. That was fucking awesome.
He hit 3 home runs on 3 fucking swings, and the last one he went to a knee. I mean, it was awesome.
I mean, look, I can't argue with you. That was great. Yeah.
Every game every tie should end like that.
Broke my camera during that whole event.
You broke what?
Yeah.
That sucks.
Cameras are tough.
They are, especially when you're drunk.
Brooks, you got 2 in a row here.
Yeah.
Ovechkin is gone. World Series Game 7 is gone. Home Run Derby, Kyle Schwarber is gone. Roy McIlroy winning the Masters, and the Shohei Ohtani NLCS game is gone. What do you have?
I think we got introduced to one of the best, I guess, All-Star game experiences ever this year in the Four Nations.
Wow. Okay.
Ooh, I like that.
I think
that's
them
really,
I thi-
really, really good.
That's
I
Two
think
straight
I-
hockey, by the way, by Brooks.
I know, right? I think them introducing that is a game changer. I think that's
sneaky
awesome.
good.
That's awesome. I'm really happy that that's going on. I hope it continues to happen. I hope we can do it maybe in some other sports. I don't know if it's possible or not. Because I
That's
mean,
a
we
great
all
one.
love the World
God,
Baseball
that's
Classic.
fucking awesome answer. That game was that whole tournament.
Every
Was
single one was
so fucking
electric,
awesome.
man.
Yeah.
They were all electric.
There's nothing better than, we say playoff hockey all the time, but just hockey that matters, hockey that you care about watching. God, it's just captivating.
And then I'm going baseball here, guys. Catcher Cal Raleigh dumps 60 home runs.
God damn you.
Yeah, that was my
most
next
home
pick.
runs by a switch hitter of all time. Got to give some props to that, especially as a catcher.
Okay, hey, that's a good one, and you took it off my list here. Now I'm going.
That was my next pick. So that's
I'm going to go one that's really close to our hearts and home, and it is sports related. Our fucking reaction when Pete Alonso got signed by us.
Hey, this could be a turning point. This could start a dynasty, guys.
We went fucking crazy, and people still like. I was walking around Canton, and people talk about when they were watching it. It was amazing. You guys started like, Bears, let's go. I loved it.
Drew's reaction: "We fucking did it, guys!
We got him!
We got him, We got him, boys!"
That's one of the funniest.
I just remember like my moment of disbelief. Like, all right, is Drew fucking with us? Like, what happened? And then I go on Paston's Twitter account, and it said 30 seconds ago, Pete Alonso, and I was like, "Oh my fucking god!"
Hell yeah! So I'm going with that one. I'm specifically talking about our reaction, but the Pete Alonso signing, but our reaction to it was
you can do a little bit of both.
It was incredible. It was great. I'll remember that forever.
All right,
Dusty's got two.
Give me the Luka Doncic trade.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Luka Doncic to the Lakers. This is the first, I think, negative skew maybe we've taken. And if you're a Lakers fan, then maybe you don't view this negatively at all. But if you're a Mavericks fan, you probably hate him. Nico Harrison, the GM who made this trade and orchestrated this whole trade, got fired about 10 games into this. Yeah.
to see if it was in 2025.
To see if it was this year. Yeah. I mean, it has to be on there. I know we're not the biggest basketball podcast. I probably watch a lot more basketball than these guys do, but it's absolutely ridiculous. Like, I mean, just imagine, one of the top 5 guys of your era in any famous sport or any of your favorite sports getting traded for what seemed like 40 cents on the dollar almost. It's crazy. It's going to have repercussions moving forward for years to come. So I'll put that on the list, and then who knows what I want to put on this list. I know you guys have like you have very specific moments that I'm just probably not thinking of right now, and I have a couple that I want to say, but like they're more projections than they are. So I'd have to be very bold.
Do what you want to do, but
sports.
It's your funeral.
I know.
It's your funeral. This is great podcast here. Dead air.
I know it's silence. You guys like silence.
The Lambs, yeah.
Sounds of the Lambs.
Is this worse than my pick
not
from a couple weeks ago?
Oh man, where you like took like let me check.
Give me
17 minutes.
John Cena. Give me the John Cena John Cena heel turn.
At least,
The
at
heel
least it
John
was
Cena
turn.
heel turn with the Rock.
Heel
With the
turn.
Rock
Okay.
going like this. Yeah, the heel turn specifically, not the whole run, but specifically that night where he turned bad and he kicked Cody Rhodes in the balls and the Rock went like that.
He's
I
so
remember that on
bad.
Twitter for multiple weeks after that.
All right.
Give me the John Cena heel turn. That just buys me more time to think about something else from last
I know.
week.
I'm going to go off the cuff here a little bit, and it just happened recently and in Brooks's backyard. The return of Phillip Rivers is one of the more bizarro world stories.
Yeah.
That's a big miss on my part.
I like it.
It's something that look. I know it's not going well. He's 0-3, but I mean, this a 44-year-old man coming off the couch.
You say it's not going well, but I think everybody's pretty impressed about how well he's playing.
Hell
Like
yeah.
we can all see, like the arm strength isn't there, but he's making the most of what he has right now.
Hey,
I'm
Laura, stop giving away things. Damn you, Laura. Come on. I got it written down here, okay?
I'm not taking that one, so you're good. Yeah, that I like that one because I mean, Phil is easy to like. I mean, he doesn't cuss, like has a huge family. He's a very likable guy in a sense. Like, I don't know. It's fun and it's also fun to see like somebody sit out for 5 years and come back and prove that they can still. Because I mean, like, right, like we're all told it's like this is, I don't know. One of the things I probably heard it in a movie at some point, but like we're all told at some point that we're not allowed, like we can't
Moneyball.
play. Is it from that? We're all told at
From
some
Moneyball.
point that we're not allowed, that we're not able to play a game
Sometimes it comes at
anymore, and
18,
we have to
sometimes
go.
It comes at 40. We're all told.
We have to go into the real world. And you know what? He was told, and he got to come back, and like he got to be the guy on the couch for 5 years and be like, oh, I could fucking make that throw, and he got to come back and do it. How cool is that?
And the fact that look, I'm not trying to like pump up my pick whatsoever. I didn't think about this, but Mike Florio brought up Pro Football Talk. Him coming back to play in active duty, he gets 5 more years of NFL insurance, medical insurance.
For all of his fucking
shit, I
10
forgot about
kids.
that.
For all of his 10
I
kids, his
forgot
5 years,
about
5 years of
that.
health insurance for his whole family
All
is
right,
about to expire.
now I get it.
Forget the Hall of Fame. He gets 5 more years of fucking medical
Now I
insurance.
understand.
He saved himself millions of dollars in health insurance.
Now I understand why this happened. All right,
Or it's just he gets 5 more years of medical insurance.
I say I understand why this happened, but they did say, like, the owner of the Colts did come out and say, like, hey, we put it to a vote with the team captains, and they brought it to the team and said, hey, do you guys want to bring him in? And they voted overwhelmingly yes.
Good.
So I love that they did that too. It wasn't like we're bringing him in. Oh, I love Voodoo Ranger.
Love Voodoo Ranger. Voodoo Ranger's killer, man.
It was bad news, though.
So I think this could have been a catastrophe if they did not do it that way. What is that? 8.5?
9.5 horsepower.
9.5
Good luck.
horsepower. So I think this could have been a catastrophe if they didn't do it that way, and they did it that way. And a lot of the guys, I say a lot of the guys, some of the guys that he played with, a lot of them are team captains. We're like, fuck yeah, bring him in. He's going to make the right decision. He'll check into the right plays. We're not going to throw it over 10 yards, but he's not going to turn the ball over. And the only time he's turned the ball over is when he's like, all right, now I have to
you gotta go deep.
I got to try to push the ball a little bit. You know what I mean? So he tried to push the envelope a little bit. So I respect it, man. I think that's cool. I really like that pick.
And thank you. I appreciate you liking the pick, but I also like the fact that they're going to start Riley Leonard this week, and he is so supportive of him. And it's awesome. The guy gets to relive a dream that he already had.
He's just like, and especially now, like he comes back.
The documentary about this is going to be great.
He comes back and he knows he's not supposed to be there. So like he's the ultimate teammate.
He gets to have fun.
Honestly, I really do think that this helps more than hurts his Hall of Fame candidacy.
I do too. I agree.
I think people I think the approval rating of Phillip Rivers might have been at 60%. Maybe now it's at like 85%.
I would
think
say
we've jumped high. I think people love him now.
In Indy people love him right now because half the people in Indy are like, Christ, it wasn't Phil's fault. It was the defense's fucking fault.
Yeah.
And
he literally led them in the first game on a game-winning drive, and they
Twice.
lost.
There's been 2 games where he's put up 24 or more points, and he's like had a chance to win, and the defense didn't help him.
And I watched.
I mean, their defense is hamstrung too. They're hurt. So.
Yeah, they're very hurt. Sauce Gardner being out sucks, but you're not having
and DeForest Buckner.
Yeah, good point. I watched an NFL mic'd up 2 nights ago, and excuse me, and it was the Colts game, and it's all like the hugs he's getting after the game, and it's all these guys. I forget what team they were playing. They're like, "Hey, I respect what you're doing." Even the coach, like, dude, you're a legend just for coming back after sitting on the couch. Some guy for sitting on the couch for 5 years. I'm like, holy shit, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Christ,
all right.
You made me forget my picks now.
We spent a lot of time on that. That was 4th pick for Brian. Brooks, you got 2 more
Right.
to finish your
I
draft
got my
here,
2.
And
I got my 2.
And then
My
Brian gets 1 and I get 1 after that.
My last 2 here are going to be number 1. This is going to be my only negative one. I hate to go negative ever. I'm a very positive person by nature. At least I try to be. I need to be, or else that's just, I think, how we all need to be. Yeah. But this is going to be my only negative one is we've seen the biggest betting scandal of all time besides Shoeless Joe Jackson and Pete Rose happen in the MLB this year, which is wild to think about.
And the NBA.
And the NBA, but I'm mostly in the MLB because they are going to get possible. I mean,
they're going to get railroaded.
They're going to get, it's going to be bad. That was wild to me just as a baseball fan. Never thought I'd see the day that happened again and that the mafia was actually involved in it. I thought it would just be like one-off things. Pretty wild. And then to skew positive as my last overall pick to leave you with something good here, Indiana football's turnaround right now is one of the most unprecedented things I've ever seen in college sports in general. Not just because I live here and I see it and everyone's pumped up and on board with it, but I mean, have you guys seen any kind of a turnaround of a program that's never been a football school? Like now I'm all of a sudden a football school and we're a powerhouse now. And like, it's just wild to me. Awesome. So that's my number 5. And I think that's pretty awesome for Indiana football, who used to, like Maryland, get 0 people at their games, but a lot of people at their tailgate.
That's a great way to put it right there. The back end. I love it.
Nice. You know, it's a team. It's a place. It's a football place. If they're hungry for a good football team, if you have more people at the tailgate than the game, it's a good sports town. You know, at least you got people there, and they're all wearing IU stuff. Yeah, I mean, at least the town like enjoys college sports. Like there are certain towns where like a team could be good or bad. It's not going to change a ton in terms of like the attendance, but at least in Indy, they went to the tailgate. They were just like, we're not going to go watch that product because they care about sports, which I appreciate because some towns don't.
Hell yeah. I mean, when you're deprived of victory so much, and that's what we have to deal with, you know, in terms of sports, you have to deal with losing because there's only one team that celebrates at the end of every season. Yeah. I mean, for Indiana being so deprived for so long, you don't want to wake up from this dream, and it is a dream season. Yeah. So I mean, they got Indiana's been spoiled by the Colts for a long time up in here until the last 10 years, 8 years, whatever it's been.
I've had this up on my computer since we started the draft. Yeah, we're going to talk about this immediately after the draft, but yeah, it looks like Christian Barmore, who's one of the Patriots' best defenders as well, also facing charges of assault battery. That's them from earlier in the year. Anyway, we will talk about that more, but let's finish the draft. Let's stay on a little bit of a higher note for now, and then we'll get into the stuff we missed or whatever. We'll finish up. But,
sure.
Ryan, you get one more pick, and then I get one more pick, and then we'll recap.
Yeah, I'm gonna kind of, unfortunately, I'm gonna skew morbid. Is actually the passing of Nick Mangold. It kind of happened very, very, very abrupt, and he was such a good person and well respected throughout the league, even after his retirement. So I know it skews a little negative and morbid, but it definitely
No,
skews
I
negative and
think
morbid.
I think
the passing of
bringing
Nick
it up
Mangold.
celebrates him more than it does,
Mhm.
anything else. So
Yeah, great player.
He's-
Should be in the Hall of Fame. Not
Just-
up for.
Just got into the Ring of Honor last year for the Jets too.
And it happened quick.
Yeah, because they announced this last year, I think, and he passed away obviously a couple months ago.
A couple months ago, yeah.
All right, so I'm going to think out loud here specifically because I have the last pick. The two things I'm between are the Lane Kiffin everything,
I like giving everything.
which I think has
Yeah.
dominated really like the last 3 months of sports social media. So
Mhm.
I think maybe it's the right answer, but I'm also once again the resident basketball guy in the group. The Halliburton buzzer beater against the Knicks.
Oh, that's
specifically,
great.
Is the
When
one
the ball goes
this
straight
year.
up. And it
Yeah,
comes
and honestly,
oh.
I'm gonna pick that. I'm gonna pick Halliburton against the Knicks just because the whole run that the Pacers had was completely unbelievable. But that shot in particular, it was like I think the second night after Chad moved in here was my roommate for the summer, and it was like the only time the whole summer where we actually like got a night off together and we just got to watch the game. And it was game one, the Eastern Conference Finals. It was Knicks Pacers, and the Pacers were down, I think, 20 with like less than 5 minutes left. And Halliburton they ended up coming up with this crazy comeback. We're losing our minds. It's our first night as roommates, basically. And then we're both sitting on each recliner in my house. And then Halliburton shoots a ball at the buzzer. The quintessential brick straight off the back of the rim, and it goes straight up in the air, and it comes straight through the hoop. And they go to OT and they win, and it was the most fucking crazy shit ever. We both bet on the Pacers specifically that night, so it was like even more crazy because we both thought our bets were completely dead, and they came back. So that's another part of those kind of moments. But that specific moment,
That's one of those like, hey, we're going to the casino tonight.
yeah, like we like this. I don't know what happened tonight, but this roommate thing, this is probably going to work out. Because you know what I mean? Like no first roommate night has ever gone this well. So
all because of his Halliburton buzzer beater.
Yeah, the Halliburton buzzer beater for me, and then the first honorable mention for me is just the whole Lane Kiffin saga, which I maybe
probably should have been mentioned,
anybody
but yeah,
could have put on here, but it's not really a moment though. It's just kind of like
it's a saga
that happened.
Same thing with Sharon
it's hard to
Moore.
quantify.
I guess there was a one defined moment, but it was after their season's over. I don't know. Yeah, we've seen a couple.
You guys have any like first couple off the list? Kind of
yeah, the breaking news with Mark Sanchez was very
good
one. Wow, I forgot about that.
Which is still kind of like looming
in limbo. Yeah, that one was just, it was bizarro world because it went from like Mark Sanchez got stabbed, so you felt bad about him. And then you watch the video, and you're like, that guy's a douche.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you could also, I guess, one you could put in there was the greatest NFL coach of all time, arguably going to college to coach at UNC. That was a big one.
Yeah,
huge one.
And then the Kawhi Leonard information or news that Pablo Torre broke.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we forgot about that.
I guess for my gambling one, I could say all of it, but I mean, I'm more focused towards baseball just because we're more baseball. That's what hits home more for me. But yeah, this Dusty, if you want to bring up this Patriot stuff with Christian Barmore, unless you got something else on this.
Yeah, no, it's just I just saw the headline basically, and I have the ESPN article up. The charge I'm reading straight from the article by Mike Reese. Patriots defensive tackle Christian Barmore is facing a misdemeanor charge of assault and battery on a household family member. The charge stems from an alleged incident on August 8th. It was filed on December 16th, according to Mass District Court, whatever county they're in. The arraignment is scheduled for February 3rd, which I think was actually, I know, is the week before the Super Bowl. I think the Monday before the Super Bowl. And apparently the Patriots have known about this for a couple of weeks. I guess they probably found out about this and the Diggs thing
December
around
16th?
in the same week, same area of time. This is misdemeanor stuff, so not as big of a deal, but clearly another distraction for the Patriots here. And I don't want to demean this case. It could be a big thing, but for the sports sides of things, which is where my mind goes as a podcaster while we're hosting, because I just don't know the details, and I don't want to get into the behind the scenes stuff as much because I just don't know. This is all alleged. This is a charge at this point, so we'll see what ended up happening. But for the Patriots specifically, they're the number 1 seed in the AFC at this point, or maybe number 2 with the Broncos. I'm not really sure how that works, but they have 13 wins and they have a chance to win 14 games in the AFC and being a 1 or 2 seed. Just a lot of stuff going into
It's
in the
not what
playoffs.
you want. It's
yeah,
not
I mean, can I give you a? All right, Christian Barmore is facing a misdemeanor charge of assault and battery on a household family member, otherwise known as a domestic assault. That is the same thing, guys. Just letting you guys know, it is same thing. It's a domestic, doesn't have to be me and my wife or me and my girlfriend living together. It could be me and my mother or me and my roommate.
Mhm.
That's still a domestic assault. That's what that is. And it's funny that August 8th incident gets filed on December 16th is always interesting. So
How's your camera?
it's working. I don't have to worry. I don't have to worry about it falling over right now. So that's great. So yeah, I'm just letting you guys know what that is, and also an August 8th incident getting filed on December 16th is you always love to see that.
Really?
So
I'm looking up other ones just randomly. Let's see. The Micah Parsons trade. I think he asked for a trade from the Cowboys.
Yeah, Micah Parsons trade was one I thought about. I was trying to think of Orioles stuff, but I didn't really think of anything that came to mind that was like really, really, really up there for Orioles stuff.
Remember the torpedo bat scandal in the beginning, like the first month?
I don't think it was a scandal. I think it was just kind of
that.
Yeah,
I saw that when I was doing some research, and I'm like, I don't want to put any more light on this bullshit. So
I
thought, you know what I thought about was the Juan Soto contract. Did he sign with the Mets in January or December? I don't remember.
I don't know.
I didn't look.
No.
But I specifically thought about that, and I wasn't sure if I should include. And ultimately, I don't think it was one of the biggest things of the year, but he got a fuck ton of money.
I actually thought about mentioning the F1 movie. Sports,
really?
I guess. Yeah,
wow.
I loved it. That F1 movie was kick ass. By the way, I watched
that movie. That movie is really good. The one with Brad Pitt you're talking about?
Yeah, well, Brad Pitt.
Oh yeah, that movie's really good.
Brad
Pitt, by the way, sneaky. He's getting late in his career. He's sneaky getting in there for like best sports movie athletes with the F1 and the Moneyball.
Oh.
I think he's getting in there.
He's getting up there.
There's not a lot of guys that have multiple sports movies. I think Costner's the god. I think Keanu is right on his fucking heels.
Yeah, I guess you're right. Yeah.
Yeah.
That could be a draft.
Point Break, fucking the replacements. That's a fucking.
See, you always bring up the replacements, you asshole. And he plays football for like 2 minutes.
He's the starting quarterback in a great movie that was on TNT for 25 fucking years.
And gets tackled in the ocean by Patrick Swayze wearing no sleeves.
Yeah. Sports movie.
Die Hard's a Christmas movie, and it is.
Me and my mom, what's funny is me and my mom watched Die Hard on Christmas Eve. She had never seen it. She was like, "Have you ever seen Die Hard?" And I was like, "Yeah, a couple times." And she was like, "I've never seen it." And I was just like, "You want to watch it?" And she was like, "Yeah." So we watched it.
You like it?
She loved it. She did not. She completely does not think it's a Christmas movie at all. And
all right, Vicky, we gotta talk. Glenn's watching this. Vicky, we gotta talk.
I know a lot of criteria, but it does say ho 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 on the guy when he kills the first.
And
guy.
the guy and Argyle, the limo driver, says Merry Christmas at the end of the movie. He says Merry Christmas.
All
Damn it.
right, boys. We got anything else here?
Well, yeah, I mean, it's 2025. We're ending 2025. In case we don't do one tonight, I think we should all say thank you to a shitload of people that have been joined our podcast over the course of this year.
Yes. Yeah. First thank you is for Pickdown Sports. Zach, thank you for joining our podcast today. After that, we can go around.
Chris Merrick, Sean Foy, Tim Meza, Delaware Dave, Joe Radke, Laura. Like, thank you guys for being fucking awesome and just being around us. We're stupid. We're dumb. We don't really know what the hell we're doing, but we try to make it come together as best we possibly can.
Yeah.
Hey, we're not trying to make money on this. We're trying to have a good time.
Yeah.
Nick Vogt, Randy, I don't know how to pronounce your last name.
Placencia.
Yeah.
Placencia. Great biceps, by the way. Dude looked like Donkey Kong coming in. He had the brown shirt on, just
looking
flexing.
like a jacked Mario Lopez, baby.
Oh man. Reverse aging's real, motherfuckers.
Love you, Randy, Joe, Laura. Yeah, we love you guys. Nick, Vote. I'll shout out Paul Rossman, our resident pirate, although we lost him throughout the year.
I want to give a shout out to
the Duns. Gotta give the Duns a huge shout out down there.
The Duns are great. Yeah, Betsy and Kev, thank you. Amanda from NAMI, our mental health person. Thank you for coming on. That was awesome. Everybody that came on. I mean,
we're gonna forget
the wrap up.
We're
gonna forget a bunch of people.
Also, to those we lost.
Cabbage.
To those we lost, most notably Alicia Gladfelter. We love you. We miss you, and we think about you a lot. I'm sure there's going to be other people on this pod, and I'm sure Brian's going to get teared up here. Like,
me with Alicia, you know how it goes. Yeah.
But
Alicia was a rough one. That was a rough one to lose. That was not expected. So that was rough.
We love you guys. We appreciate you guys for letting us do this once again. We do this for fun. We gotta
say thank you to the dive. The dive, that was awesome. That was one of the.
That was one of the most fun podcasts we've done.
The dive was awesome. Man, Chesapeake Wine Company was awesome. That wasn't this
Chesapeake
year,
Wine Company. Peter Antonio.
Antonio just turned 30.
30, Antonio.
30 years young, Antonio. We love you, Antonio. Shout out to everyone. All the people that have been on the show. We really love you. And if we forget you, it's not because we forgot you. It's because we just couldn't think of you in this exact moment.
We've had
you're
a
a human being too. You understand that, I hope.
I've had a few Chardonnays. What of it?
I've had a Voodoo Ranger or two.
Shout out Drew Burton. Who's kind of been our stand-in from here and there. He's gonna keep on joining the podcast from here. From here on out, from time to time, here on out. One of my best friends of all time. As he loosens up and gets into like feeling a little bit more comfortable on screen, he's gonna get even better. He's already the best one out of all three of us, but he is hysterical, guys.
Oh, he's had some of the best.
You're gonna love him.
Also, shout out to just the Quality Hames in general, just the whole group chat. Just want to let you guys know that I go through every single day thinking about everyone in that group chat, and I love all of you guys so much. Brett, Sean, Chris, Delaware.
Hey, next move, Indy. Next move, Charm City. Yeah. Contact Brett Ritchie. That was my best Ryan Ripken impression, guys. Shout out Brett Ritchie.
Shout out, by the way, to Kevin and Zach Reacts and the Ryan Ripken Show. We love you guys too. You guys have helped us a ton.
They help us out. We appreciate them.
Love you. So thank you very much. We really love you guys too. We really appreciate you. Pigtown Sports, once again, can't say enough about you. British Raven,
Nick, we love you.
Nick
Russo,
Nick came on here and did a podcast with me when neither Brooks nor Brian could show up, and me and Nick just talked for an hour about nothing, and it was great. We talked about wrestling for 20 minutes.
That's what this podcast is about.
That's sometimes you just gotta get on there and just talk.
It's been a good
New
year.
Year's Eve, man. I'm thankful for all my friends, and I'm thankful for.
Keep your phone on you tonight, Dusty. If we do a podcast, we want to know updates about what's the vibe out. What bar are you at? What's the vibe? What's it look like?
I'll tell you this. My goal for tonight is to not be at a bar for New Year's. I'd love to be at home by like 9. But
it would be fun if you were.
Do you know if you spent less than 10 minutes with me, you probably know that there's a very unlikely scenario that I'm at home by 10 p.m. tonight.
if he's out at midnight, he's going to be either sleeping on a bar, he's going to be doing movie quotes, or he's going to be singing. It's one of the three.
Or dancing, or both.
Or dancing. Well, that would be least on my list, but the top 3 are going to happen.
Oh, and Dusty.
Best quote, by the way, from last week. Best quote from last week. This is a new segment we need to do on the show. Best quote from last week.
Okay.
Best quote from last week. I walk into Kirby's. My buddy Vince is bartending. Usually, to give you guys context on this, my buddy Vince, when he's bartending, he hands me his phone, and he can put the touch tunes. He doesn't need to pay credits on touch tunes. You can just put whatever you want on. So he hands me the phone, and he's just like, "All right, you got this for the night. Thank God I don't have to fucking do anything." Because he likes the same music I do. And I walk into Kirby's for 30 minutes. I'm sitting at the bar, and none of this has happened, but Vince is bartending. And he looks at me, and he's just like, "Why is there so much Janet Jackson been playing tonight? Like, is this you?" And I was just like, "No." But you know what's crazy? When I walked in the door, there was a Whitney Houston song playing, and I was like, "I can't believe I came to Kirby's and Whitney Houston is playing, and it wasn't me." I couldn't.
So
believe
you
it.
said,
and he looked at me, and he was just like, I would bet anything that 95% of the Whitney Houston songs that have been played here this year were you, and this 5%. This falls in the 5% that wasn't
the 5% category.
Yeah, and I was just like, yeah, all right. So this guy looks at me this way, you know.
I want to dance with somebody.
It's been a long year. It's been a tough year, but it's been a great year.
It's been a tough one.
We're gonna have a better 2026. How about that, boys?
Thank God this year's over. 2026 is going to be our best one yet.
Hell yeah! My next chapter is my best chapter, baby. That's the way I'm gonna live.
Are you walking into 2026? Are you driving into 2026? You'd be tubing down a hill into 2026.
Log rolling into 2026.
I'm rollerblading into 2026.
Rollerblading.
I'm always tubing. I'm always tubing. Just a bottle of Jack in my hand.
Yeah, I mean that's kind of the way to go. You don't have to worry about anything. You just let the stream take you where you want. I love it. I actually love that.
Tubing. I'm always tubing. Yeah.
Oh man.
All right. Hey,
all right, boys.
To those of y'all watching, we appreciate you very much. To the 614 viewers that are on here right now.
Thanks, Big Town.
Thank you, Big Town. Thank you, Big Town.
We love you, Pig Town. Thank you so much.
You got to see me poop twice. Holy shit.
Doubling, tripling, quadrupling, fucking sextupling our viewers. We love you very much. We hope you
whatever.
Yeah, we have you. We have you on our holiday cheer list. We love you. Thank you very much for listening. We'll see you guys.
Maybe Brian and I'll see you later. We'll see.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah. And if you see me tonight,
no, you didn't.
Yeah, don't judge me.
You won't see us. We'll see you. Okay.